All your people was there. They was representing though.
Yeah, that's all like, everybody gonna be at that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They have enough niggas. That's why I told that nigga bring I don't know, cause I don't know who y'all was bringing. I'm like, bring some niggas out. Who?
Show them. I thought you didn't get the highlights since you one of the commercials I made from.
Oh, okay.
Show that nigga.
That nigga Kraig got that high arc 3-pointer, dog. He was shooting that bitch from half court and knocking that motherfucker down, man.
Shooting that Mike Bibby.
Yeah. That was my thing.
That motherfucker high. But that bitch go down every time.
Ooh, that nigga got boost.
That nigga got up.
That nigga was at the he was at the Western
That nigga was moving too. He was a flat top.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What up? Are we on the air?
What up?
Oh, we on there? Oh, shit.
We're live on the air. I'm gonna let him watch it. What's up, y'all? Power y'all. Dope beans.
What up, dog? Where y'all from, man? Y'all chap in. Where y'all from?
Chap in.
We live. Where y'all from?
Where y'all niggas from?
Tap in.
About to get going, man.
Yeah, prayers up.
Raleigh.
Man.
Yeah, man. Pull through, man.
Raleigh, North Carolina in here.
I'm fucking with this, bro.
Indiana.
I like this shit.
Yeah. Philly.
That shit hard, bro.
H-Town, Bay Area. What up?
Okay. Like that. Hey, okay. Favorite DMX song. I got so many, but the first one for me is the snake, the cat, the rat, the dog. How you gonna see it if you living in the fall?
Oh!
The rat,
The
cat,
I'm in the building.
Stop being green. That nigga kept switching voices.
Ribs is touching. Don't make me wait. Fuck around.
I like slip and fall and can't get up.
Well, I slipped.
That's probably my favorite.
Get up.
Slip and fall. You can't get up.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Lansing, Michigan. What up, though?
Michigan all day. What's the dopest thing about X to you?
It's honesty. It's vulnerability.
Him and Mike Tyson are very similar in that aspect.
He's passionate. It seems like on his shows, man, when you watch his live shows, he took you on a roller coaster ride. You know, he had you at a high, then he'll bring you down to an honest moment, and then before you know it, he yelling at you, and then he telling you something heartfelt, like them roller coaster. Yeah, man, them roller coaster emotions was real.
Yeah, he's honest. He's probably one of the best performers I've ever seen perform.
I never seen him live.
Yeah, that shit is just constant energy.
I never seen him live.
That shit is constant energy, bro. Like, stop. That shit don't stop. That nigga, he give you a show, bro.
Where you see him at?
That shit was at what was that? First time I seen that nigga was at what's the name of that club Unity.
Okay.
Unity!
You know what I'm saying? And then shit, nigga, that was everybody used to come here. Method Man, Red Man, that was that shit back in the day. But that's when that's when I first seen him do Stop Being Greedy, nigga.
Right.
I thought it was two different niggas on the song. I thought it was the same nigga. He was like, right. You know what I'm saying? He was doing it. That shit was genius to me. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro.
And he was grimy after that whole shiny suit era, so he was like repping that gritty shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man. X pulled through, man.
Please pull through. Playing for you, bro.
He one of the only artists that I think had that Pac element.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He got corrupt. I think
you think he won the corrupt battle? Corrupt was in his feelings.
He really was.
He was in his feelings.
Corrupt wasn't the same after that.
Yeah, he was different. He was
Corrupt a
let
legend,
my baby mama.
Never let her go.
That line was cool. That shit was a little of a hit, though. But Corrupt went in there. I was grooving, nigga.
Corrupt went in there.
You talking about call out names?
Yeah, come on now. Corrupt went in on that song.
Shouts out there on you.
It wasn't a hit. It wasn't a hit. It wasn't a smash. It wasn't a smash single.
Right.
But bars, lyrically, come on now. Corrupt went
What did Corrupt say lyrically? What did he say? Anybody remember the verses?
I don't know.
My motherfucking ass. Only has to know what exhibit and all that. Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Come on, he licked off on that.
Okay, this is very unpopular, but it's real. I mean, anytime you can smoke crack and put out bars, you a real nigga.
That's a
Nigga was smoking rocks and putting up hits. So
crack ain't gonna kill no.
you know what I'm saying? If crack,
Wait.
Dunk was. I mean, DMX was.
It won't be the crack that kill him. It'll be the doctors that kill him. It won't be the
That's
crack.
what I'm saying. That ain't the drug. You know what I'm saying?
The nigga was on rocks and he was putting out hits. So shout out to DMX. He gonna pull through.
Yeah, he gonna be fine.
Because Whitney didn't make it, but this nigga did. So
he gonna be all right. The dog gonna be all right.
I'm getting roasted in these comments. God damn.
Oh, they gonna kill him.
Yeah, they ain't gonna stop. They ain't gonna stop.
Feels like shit.
They said it was heroin they found in the system, is what I've been hearing though.
did he do that fentanyl heroin mix?
They put the fentanyl in the coke too.
That nigga out here on that dog
Did
food.
you hear how he got hooked on it?
Yeah,
Yeah, so somebody when he was 14, somebody laced his joint.
passed him the blunt and it was a primo.
Got hooked.
And that's sad because like I don't like people like the judge cats. Look, a lot of these drugs that was made in laboratories, they was made to stick to melanin. To melanin. That's why black folks, oftentimes when we get it, we get hooked on that shit. That's why we generally don't fuck with it. So if you get if the shit sneak up on you and you one of those types where you got that personality,
Right.
Facts.
what can you do? Some people kick it, some people can't kick that shit.
Man. Stay strong, X. We need you, bro.
Yes.
One of my favorite DMX moments. I used to clown it, but it's so vulnerable. MTV was following him around. It was some show that MTV used to do where they would follow an artist around for a couple of weeks. And they started talking about his grandma.
Oh, yeah.
What he say? Bro, he said, nigga, that's grandma.
It's grandma. When he hugged the Mexican dude?
Yeah, it's grandma, nigga. It's grandma. It's grandma.
Wait, he started crying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tears.
Tears, real tears.
Real tears, for real.
Bro, I was.
I don't think she had just passed or nothing either. Like, she been dead for a minute.
Yeah.
They just asked him one question, and here he go. Like,
but that's like, that right there is the emotion and honesty that goes into his music.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because
We
music
feel it.
is a nonverbal communication, that energy you put into
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? That's why you can be not technically sound like a pop, but everyone love you and feel you because you got that feeling.
Right. That
So
soul
shit,
music,
that shit
bro.
raw. Sometimes you can't control it.
Yeah.
Supreme Allah with the 100 ball. Appreciate you, man.
Assalamu alaikum.
The 99 ball.
He's one of the rare real gangsters that made it on a commercial level.
Yeah, 2 #1 albums in 1 year.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But people like to have revisionist history. When he was hot, wasn't nobody fucking with Jay-Z like that. Let's just tell the
This is
truth.
a fact.
He was the hottest nigga out there. Like, niggas like to go back because Jay-Z got hot. And they be like, man, I've always been fucking with it. No, nigga, you wasn't. You was fucking with DMX in
I
98.
disagree. I disagree to the fullest.
Nah.
Niggas was fucking with Hov back in
Not yet.
Average
That was
was fucking- average was
Later.
fucking
You
with
can
Hov.
like more than one rapper. Y'all know that, right?
No, I didn't say like.
I only fuck with Paperboy, nigga. Did it more than one rapper? That's cool.
That's true.
That's cool, but that nigga just said something we're not talking about. We're not talking about liking more than one rapper, nigga. We talking about niggas fucking with you or not.
That's what I'm saying. So you say niggas wasn't fucking with Hov?
No, because nigga.
like that.
no,
Hold on. California.
One at a time. One at a time.
Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. Jay-Z was alive when Pac and Biggie was out.
Release the record.
Releasing music.
Yes.
Did you hear about that nigga before or after Biggie
I
died?
was a big fan by Volume 2.
Okay, well,
Volume
that,
2 came
I
out.
know about him.
Volume 2. By Volume 2, Biggie was already dead. Pac was dead. He was the only nigga that was we belong to the city. That Backstreet bullshit, Blackstreet shit. I didn't like that
But we're
shit.
talking about DMX and Hov, right?
No, we talking about-
They came up at the same time.
No, DMX was popping, nigga. As soon as he came out, when he
Never
came
got
out,
out of that hole.
when he came out,
Not right away. Not right away.
Whole second album did 5. Let's not forget
Not
that.
right away, because
What you talking about?
Whole
DMX.
second album did 5 million.
you talking about what, Hard Night Life on?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a hard knock.
That's his
shit.
third album.
That's
Yeah,
what made him
like
pop.
No. His second album.
That's his
Not
third album.
Not his third, but his third did his second album did. Look, I'm a DMX. I'm the whole fan. His second album did 5 million.
Okay, Reasonable Doubt did a mill.
Later on,
Right.
Regionally did a mill.
And then he did.
And then the second one with the Annie sample, that definitely did
Was that Hard Knock?
multi-mill.
That wasn't-
But the
that wasn't
album
Hard
after
Knock.
that was his only album that was garbage. That's the
1-3?
one. The one with a mill on there.
Yeah.
That was.
I just passed that album yesterday. I was listening to that
That
nigga.
album was trash.
That shit was kind of trash.
shit was trash.
It was.
That shit was trash.
Wait, you talking about the one with the gray
Yeah.
cover?
You talking about
If I fuck you,
Sunshine?
it'll give me to this.
Sunshine.
If I rub down for those who got
That was
dogs down. Fuck you to all my niggas. That shit garbage. It's a good.
I know
That shit trash. That ain't no whole. That ain't no Jay-Z.
I've been living in
he was.
That ain't no greatest rapper of all time.
He had dancers in
it.
it.
To all my niggas who be talking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah, that was my shit. Yeah, that's volume 1. Volume 2.
That's the third album.
Yeah.
Nigga, he had dance choreography in that shit.
Every other album was fire, but that album, nah.
I just want to be clear and not have what I said twisted. I'm saying is in 1998, 99, yeah, Hard Knock Life was out, but DMX was the nigga.
That's a fact.
You can like.
I don't see how they can both be the nigga.
No, because
It wasn't, but y'all.
I'm saying at some point,
Y'all forget it.
It'd be a lot of hot people like Prince and Michael Jackson was hot at the same time, but Michael Jackson was a nigga. That don't mean Prince wasn't hot. All I'm saying is this: Jay-Z was hot.
It was a couple
but the
of niggas.
nigga was DMX.
Yes,
But you talking about 97, 98? It was more than just DMX and Jay-Z. It was Busta Rhymes was super hot. Dangerous. Nigga, that shit
And
was.
that was the No Limit era too.
Mace, hold on. Mace was super hot 97,
It
98.
was hot 97.
Fuck Ja Rule.
Ja Rule was
Ja
hot.
Rule used to be hot
No,
though.
he was hot.
I really got to the 2000s.
Ja Rule's the 2000s. You're right.
Okay.
That was when that fuckboy era hip hop came in. Where
Right.
all you had to do is just be a fuckboy, you go number one.
Nah.
That era of hip hop was terrible. 2000 and 2000.
Hold on, what that time? So we got Jay-Z, DMX. With Jay-Z, DMX, and y'all forgetting about the Puerto Rican nigga. He was hot.
Big Pun.
Big Pun was hot 97, 98.
Yes.
You know,
Give it off to Big Pun.
that nigga
And
DMX.
Limp Bizkit was hot in the motherfucker.
Let's talk about something else.
Limp Bizkit was hot,
That
nigga.
nigga gonna say Bubba Sparks.
was, though.
He gonna say Bubba
Bubba
Sparks.
Sparks was fire.
But that was later. That was early 2000.
Nigga, Max, why you know that?
Cause I was fighting a little bit.
That nigga was feeling it when nobody was around. That nigga had that shit.
Yeah, I was nigga. That new booty shit was hard.
Oh yeah. It's just,
Found you.
When that nigga Timberland said that nigga was gonna be the next Biggie or some shit like that. It was,
Timberland said that Tupac, the next Tupac and Biggie, was Bubba Sparks and Eminem.
That nigga was drunk.
Yeah, he was wilding.
When that nigga DMX was in Belly, when DMX was in Belly, that shit was fire.
It was.
You can't trust Timberland's rap taste. Cause you signed Magoo. Nigga, Magoo is trash.
Bird.
I hate that.
That song used to bang.
Niggas was really saying that. Bird.
Timberland know R&B, and he know how to make hits for other rappers that are already big like Jay-Z. But he don't.
He's never found nobody.
Look what he's doing right now. He's making music for all them white artists now. He's being political. He was throwing them names out there to angle himself in that bag. And it worked.
He just did an album with the homie from Detroit. Oh shit, I'm spitting. What's wrong with him?
Royce Bonner?
Craig Big
No.
thinking it was a pink.
Eminem?
No, the gangster nigga, Grizzly something.
T Grizzly.
You know he did a whole album with Timberland.
Timberland did an album with T
A
Grizzly.
whole album
That shit must be fire.
last year.
I ain't know about that.
I fuck with T Grizzly.
A whole album, not just one track. They did a whole album.
That's just such an odd couple pairing. Like I wouldn't have thought that.
I
That shit
wouldn't.
must be fire.
You know, Timberland's a monster.
Yeah.
Timberland's crazy.
Eminem fire. But DMX in Belly was the hardest shit. Most rappers can't convert over to acting. We don't believe them niggas.
Yeah.
When that nigga ran that stoplight in Belly, like, fuck them faggot ass stops. I'm running the red light, I'm smoking weed, all that shit, nigga.
He said, when it rains, niggas get wet. I was like,
Man.
yes. I was so deep.
you know what I'm saying? What he say? What he say? You scared, nigga? You wanna go home?
Hey, Charlie.
Shorty can't eat no book. Nigga said, your shorty can't eat no books, man. I was like,
Hey, but Nas was in that motherfucker. Hey,
What was
bruh,
that Steven Seagal movie?
go to
he was in?
Africa.
DMX?
He was in
Cradle to the Grave.
Cradle to the Grave. Yeah, he was dope in that motherfucker.
He did a lot of martial art films, didn't he? With Jet Li and shit.
But that goes to show when you got that much passion, it just oozes out in every piece of your art. Acting, rapping, the whole nine. That nigga was fire, dog.
Yeah,
Did Ja Rule steal his style?
absolutely. 100%.
DMX said it though. He said it on Drink Channel. He was like, yeah, he had to talk to that nigga like, hey man, I know what you think, but what everybody else is saying ain't that, nigga. And what I'm hearing ain't that, nigga. You sound just like me, nigga. You got my whole shit. You know what I mean?
He did kind of have the whole little rough.
Yeah.
The raspy voice or
That
whatever.
nigga was too tiny, though.
He was a fun size DMX.
It ain't nothing.
It
ain't nothing worse than finding out your favorite gangster rapper is 5'1" and 140. That shit's horrible.
But what's name ain't no buster though?
Who?
Ja Rule.
Oh, okay.
Ja Rule.
I'll beat the dog shit out.
I knew it.
I will say this shit clearly. I will beat the dog shit out of Ja Rule. And if you watching right now, nigga, pull up. I'll beat your motherfucking ass, nigga. And I ain't taking it back, too, nigga. I ain't taking it back. I'll dog walk Ja Rule.
What'd you do?
How did he get here? We was giving DMX love. Now we killing.
And anybody that think otherwise is because you the same size as that nigga. Dog walk your motherfucking ass, too.
Ja Rule beat your motherfucking ass.
Hey, listen. Let me tell y'all something. If I get dog walked by Ja Rule, y'all got permission to never talk to me again in life.
Okay.
And I pull up to the table, y'all got to be like, Charlie, you can't sit there no more.
What about Lil Zane?
Who is that?
I don't know Lil Zane.
Who is that?
How did this all go?
I don't know that nigga.
He did have a song back
Yeah,
then.
I saw him next Friday.
He sound like
Remember they was trying to portray him like he was the next pop.
yeah.
That bullshit.
I'll beat his ass, too.
Did y'all watch the verses?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I ain't taking it.
Hey, Ron Isley a cold motherfucker, bro.
Hey, yo, how do y'all watch the verse on your phone?
No.
We been watching on Triller.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only reason because I thought it was on. So it's not on Instagram.
No.
It is on Instagram.
It's on Instagram, but it's on Triller.com. They bought the whole shit.
gotcha.
You put it on Twitter, then you can screen share it on your TV.
Gotcha.
Ron
How was it,
Isley
though?
might be the greatest.
That shit was dope.
He might be the greatest of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Ron Isley. You ain't seen it? You didn't see it? That nigga grew his beard out and bought a fur to match his beard. Nigga, that's player god. That's player shit. That's god-like player shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's god-like player shit.
Picture, dog.
Nigga, when your clothes match your grooming, nigga, that's next level
He done
shit,
been
man.
around for hella decades, too. He done been around since like the 70s?
No, 50s.
First hit, he the only artist that have a number one in 5 different decades.
That's crazy.
They started in the 50s or the 60s?
1959, shout.
Wow.
You know you make me want to shout. Put my hands up and shout. Come on, if you say you
Temptations
win.
because of the movie. Now I watched the Temptations movie. I got what else was the Temptations? I'm like, nigga, sing the song.
My nigga.
Younger with the beard? Ain't that crazy? He look younger with the beard.
He look fresh, nigga. He made me want to grow out
Hey,
a
but I'm gonna
beard.
say one thing. That nigga don't know none of his songs.
No.
And his eyebrows.
That nigga be like,
That motherfucker got 28 platinum records.
And no Grammys. That's how y'all bullshit the Grammys.
28 platinum records.
28 platinum records?
He the coolest nigga ever invented, bro.
yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's so cool, nigga, that the fleas in his jacket helped him take it off. Nigga. That's how cool.
You know, like, hey, don't worry about it. We got it.
They got me. They got me.
Please, go ahead.
Please help me out. Please. Motherfucker trying to get please. Please help me out. What?
That nigga Verdine white that look like that
Gardena
nigga
had
Dozie.
pearls on. Gardena was in, that nigga was in Queen Elizabeth jewelry box. That nigga had fur.
That nigga had 2 pearl niggas.
He had pearls on. I thought he was gay, but he ain't gay.
Nah, he ain't gay.
I heard him
He
talk.
white.
He masculine as a motherfucker.
That don't mean he ain't gay.
I know somebody who rent out a building that he on over on the east side. But you know another fact that wasn't said last night. One, Jimi Hendrix started with the Isley brothers. People forget that part.
Really?
Never knew
Yeah,
that.
Ernie the Isley learned under Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, you could tell. That nigga
Yeah,
the nicest.
and like Ron Isley and Philip Beatty both married sisters.
Okay.
Yeah, remember that group JS?
They said it was his brother-in-law.
Yeah, that group JS that was out. They had that one hit like back in 2000s or some shit like that, and it was under R. Kelly. Ron Isley married one sister, and Philip Bates from Earth, Wind & Fire married the other sister.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's some legendary shit. One family to have 2 legendary singers in one house, that gotta be some dope shit. That's legendary.
Ron, I mean, his brother was cool too. Though Ernie was cool as
Ernie got
mother.
up there killing. Ernie would wanted to play over everybody.
Yeah, Ernie like
He wanted to play on Earth, Wind & Fire shit. He was
He
acting.
was there first birthday, like get your phone.
Yeah, nigga.
Like challenge.
That would have been the shit.
Ernie was dressed like a Victorian biker. Nigga, you see his shit?
A Victorian Aryan biker.
Hey, my nigga, look at it.
My nigga pants was too big too. My nigga pants was too big.
We gotta give Ernie his credit. He's literally one of the greatest guitarists ever.
Definitely.
Because he's black, people want to say Van Halen, man. He kicked all them white boys.
That nigga was dressed like Silk was his hustle. Like he sold Silk on his eye.
Quality, my brother. Quality, my brother.
Oh, shit.
Peruvian silk, my nigga. Peruvian silk.
That's $30,000 out pot. You gotta block that shit. You gotta block that shit. It's out pot.
Silk is his hustle.
You know, Silk my hustle. You know, that's my hustle. That's Silk.
Well, let's just go outside to the truck. Let's just go outside.
Finish, smooth, ain't it?
I felt like riding Pirates of the Caribbean.
Man, for real, that nigga.
But he was fly as a
Fly,
motherfucker.
man, old school fly niggas. That's what I like.
That's what we missing in hip hop now.
man.
Yeah.
These niggas be trendy dressed, but they not fly though. They think that fly is just the label and the brand. Like these niggas is putting shit together. We like, that's some memorable ass shit. We don't know that label.
No, just okay, that's dope.
Just fly as a motherfucker, man. You know, some.
Except for Verdeen's Pearl. Verdeen, you one of my favorite bass players of all time, but then Pearl is my brother.
That nigga look like Barbara Walters at the neck.
What?
Nigga, who?
Nigga Verdeen, bro. Sexy little motherfucker, didn't he?
I don't know what Charlie was sexy, but
I said he thought he was sexy.
oh yeah, he definitely thought. I thought he said he was sexy. Hold on. Hey, no, but let's talk about the elephant in the fucking room. Oh,
Steve Harvey, fucking.
man, come on, man. Shut your ass up.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
Nigga had some free Ciroc. You know that shit was flowing. Everything was from the drink was flowing. I understand. He rounded probably his two favorite groups in the world. You know what I'm saying? The nigga just kept talking, bro. He couldn't. He telling bullshit stories. We don't want to hear, nigga.
Harvey fucked it off. He fucked it all the way off because
No, he was fucked up.
no, he kept talking about his. He basically kept repeating his Kings of Comedy set.
Yeah.
The whole night.
Oh shit.
See, back in my day,
He motherfucking sang. He motherfucking sang.
Isley Brothers and Earth and Fire are so great.
He motherfucking sang. He motherfucking sang.
High school.
He motherfucking singing.
Y'all boys ain't singing it.
He motherfucking singing in the motherfucking.
Not because.
You do.
No, you kept repeating because it's like, look, he kept shitting on hip hop, and I'm like, the Isley Brothers and Earth and Fire are great enough on their own. You don't have to shit on nobody.
Right.
And Ron Isley checked him. He checked him like, I like these little.
I fuck with the old.
I
He fuck with the new school heavy. He like,
Yeah,
I am
so
new school, nigga. Fuck
He
all
kept
that
telling
shit.
all his old crusty ass Cleveland stories, and we didn't get none of the history about
Crusty ass Cleveland
crusty
story.
ass Cleveland stories. I mean, it's so much like Maurice White from Earth and Fire redid the reason why it sounds the way it is now because of what Maurice White did with the soundboard in the studio.
Facts.
Performance. The reason why we have these big stages right now, people don't understand. Before Earth and Fire, you didn't have the big stage and the big performance and all that stuff. These niggas like this shit. Thumbs up the video and like it and all that good shit. With Earth and Fire, these niggas hired David Blaine to be that as a magician. And they would have a drum set twirling upside down on stage and levitating and doing shit that Hollywood took from their performance. We didn't get none of them stories. We didn't get to hear about Jimi Hendrix or Earth and Fire or what, Isley Brothers. We didn't get to hear about none of that because
You said David Blaine was performing with the...
No, they hired him so he
Hired
could.
him to help with their
He was there.
That's what...
No, not David Blaine. David Copperfield.
Oh,
David,
I
not
was
David Blaine. Not David Blaine. That's that
How old is
nigga.
David Blaine?
David Copperfield.
Okay.
That nigga used to be in
That's
Vegas.
still
Vegas.
impressive. It's still impressive, but
He's
it's...
old school David Blaine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Earth and Fire did so much to music. You know what I mean? And the Isley Brothers, we didn't get none of them fucking stories.
I felt like they didn't match it right. I felt like it should have been a band versus a band.
They both were bad.
No, but like I felt
Brothers more of like a group.
yeah, like
they a band, bro.
but no, they're a band. But I feel like it should have been like Earth, Wind and Fire, Parliament, or the Gap Band,
That would make sense.
or the Ohio
Straight
Players.
band, okay.
I felt like
I see what you're saying.
Ron Isaac should have went head to head with like a Smokey.
Or Charlie Murphy.
But it's a
Charlie Murphy.
That nigga said Charlie Murphy.
We're gonna bring it back to
We need to come
I think that nigga bring it to the verse.
I met Charlie Wilson. My bad. I met Charlie Wilson. That nigga said Charlie Murphy. So bring the nigga from the dead.
That nigga beef turkey right now.
Smokey Robinson. Charlie
Motherfucker, when I die, leave me be, nigga.
Yeah, but you're right though, because the two bands that have always been compared, you always compare Earth, Wind and Fire to Parliament,
Right.
Because they were both like bands, you know what I mean? And versus Isley Brothers is more of a group. You have to match the Isley Brothers with like the Temptations or the Spinners.
Or I mean, is he dead?
Like
or like, I mean, James Brown would have been a good match for the Isley Brothers.
No, because that's still band. Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
they gotta bring. It's a gang of shit. They gotta Boosie Collins, all type of shit involved.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Parliament.
I still liked it though.
That was fire.
The Isleys and the OJs. Someone said the OJs down. That would have been a good, as far as matching group to group.
OJs, yeah.
But you gotta get the Isley Brothers. They produced their own shit.
The
Isley Brothers was so great. They were too good for Motown.
Yeah.
These niggas got a #1 hit at Motown in 1966 and left. Yeah, like, nigga, we can do it better.
What was it?
It was This So Hard of Mine. Damn. That was the #1 hit they had with Motown, and they ended up leaving because like they didn't need Norman Whitfield. They had all that shit in house. They didn't need the extra production. So that's how dope it was.
It was fire, man. I Earth, Wind and Fire was impressive. I'm not gonna lie, Philip Bailey, I love you, man. But that nigga went to Thailand to get that cut, nigga. That nigga went to a kickboxing dojo and said, "Give me the champion's cut. Whatever nigga got the most wins, I want that nigga's cut." Give me a double cheeseburger without the side. That
nigga what? Nigga had that tongue.
Cut flip.
That nigga had that tongue pole, nigga.
You know who he's
bleed like my Lee. My Lee, good fuck.
What was that? From Muppet Babies?
Who?
Remember Muppet Babies? One of the glasses had the hair on top.
Beaker, nigga?
Beaker, yeah. He got the Beaker here.
Motherfucker got cut by a bilingual Martian, nigga. Give me the okay.
Thailand.
Okay, so he speaks Martian and what else? So he speaks Martian, you know that?
Nigga Philip Bailey haircut wasn't no shit, nigga.
He got his hair cut by a nigga with glass wraps on.
What was my man's name that was the lead before he passed? Was it Maurice White?
Yeah.
All in the old school pictures, Maurice White, his hairline was back here in the middle of his head.
When he was young.
And then when the new shit came out, like right before he passed, maybe a year or two, he did a concert, nigga had a whole new top, dog. He had a piece of cake on top of his head, man. Horrific. I might.
You keep saying.
Let me tell you something. If I show up, if I pay money to get me a new top, I'm gonna need y'all niggas to act like that shit's been there the entire time. Don't look at me sideways. Don't stare at my shit. Just be like, what up,
See what happened to
Show?
Show? Remember when Show came in here with that bullshit?
What nigga had some Beijing?
Oh, you were here. Oh. Show had a brand new beard, he had a brand new face.
Y'all niggas let him come in here with some shoe polish.
No, we roasted them, they roasted them. Nigga. What you talking about?
I'm just telling y'all now, and I'm telling y'all in the chat. When I come in here with a new top on, y'all niggas act like the shit's been there the whole time.
Nigga dress up like Mr. T for Halloween and they do their beard. That's for Show beard. That's what Show shit look like, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Philip Bailey looked like great Busta Rhymes, like great grand Busta Rhymes. That nigga.
Busta Rap, my nigga Busta Rap. You know Busta Rap.
What was you saying? My bad.
I wasn't saying shit.
What's y'all favorite Isley Brothers song?
Voyage to Atlantis. I think that's my
don't say goodnight.
That's a bang.
That's probably my favorite one.
I don't know if I even.
Yeah,
I don't have a favorite. I have a
Make me
question.
say it
though.
again, girl.
Make me say it again.
You say that question?
I got a question. Are the Isley brothers? Are they all really brothers? Like, do they all like grow up together?
Well, some of them, it's a couple cousins in there, but it's all family.
Okay, gotcha.
Brothers and cousins.
Gotcha.
I ain't gonna lie, I never do that. I'm glad you asked, son.
Some niggas was brothers.
Like, y'all my brothers, so it's like...
all y'all Isley brothers.
Right. So who y'all think won?
Ain't no winner.
There wasn't no winner.
He won, nigga.
The people,
Steve Harvey
the
won.
people won, right?
Steve Harvey.
No, Steve Harvey lost.
Steve Harvey won.
Steve Harvey lost.
In a sarcastic way.
That nigga was throwing shit off the stage. He was kicking chair. I'm like, hold on, bro. Sit y'all. And you know these are older men. They looking at that nigga like, hey, man.
These niggas
What are you doing, nigga?
Nigga, Ron Isley might be 80.
He's 79, nigga.
Okay.
And he spent time in jail.
Yeah,
just taxes.
Recently, recently. In the 70s.
That nigga just was a part of a...
He did a bid in the 70s.
How did he get out of that indictment? He got caught with a brick and you out already? Yeah. Man, Isley is the man.
I bet you they let Steve come to the after party like, nah,
They did him like Drake at the Miami game. Like, you can't get back here. Can't get back here, Playboy. Oh, he was being a fan the whole time.
I don't know if I can pick a favorite song from either group.
For real?
I usually my list to them like an hour in a row.
They had some hits though, man. I fuck with the Isley brothers and even the OJs, man. But I think Between the Sheets was fire.
It's fire. Up until I was like 11, I thought that was Marvin Gaye singing that song.
Oh, yeah?
I had no idea.
Hey, you know what I thought? I thought up until that Sinbad Summer Jam on HBO, I thought the person singing Reasons was a woman.
Really?
Oh, man.
Reasons! I thought that was a woman my whole life until I saw that Sinbad thing. I was like,
I was in my 20s when I found that out too.
So in your 20s?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's falsetto like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That shit sound like Switch. When Switch was singing back in the day, like, man, these niggas sound like hoes.
Oh, yeah. When he said, I'm a man now, baby, I was like, what? I thought that was a girl talking.
That song was so hot. I'm a man now, baby. Oh, man. I was like, man, what part of the game is this?
That nigga sound like a virgin bitch. Oh, man.
Man, that sounded like a
bitch.
That nigga sounded like he snapped his fingers when he said that shit. I'm a grown man, baby.
Wait, you said Ron Isley don't have no Grammys?
No.
That's wild.
That's why I've never taken a Grammy serious. Ron Isley has number ones in 5 separate decades, 27 platinums, 0 Grammys.
Really?
That's just ridiculous.
And Earth, Wind & Fire only got 7. Yeah. Hell, that shit got 7 just for That's the Way of the World album.
Right.
It's one of the greatest albums ever written.
That's crazy. I had no idea Ron didn't have no Grammys.
So I don't take
That's why a lot of the artists be
serious.
boycotting them because it ain't real. It ain't
The
based on
Isley
shit.
Brothers been around longer than the fucking Grammys.
Right.
Grammys came out in 1962. They came out in 59. They be having hits before the Grammys and they got one goddamn Grammy. Fuck that award.
Facts.
That's crazy.
That's some wild. You know what? That first one probably would have won a Grammy if the Grammys was out. I told you to make me want to shout. That's like
when the white boy Beatles won Twist and Shout for remaking the Isley Brothers song. The Isley Brothers did it better.
right.
Hey, you know, Nas only got one Grammy. He just won.
That was recent.
Just recently.
Like last year.
That was
Last week.
A couple of weeks ago.
Hey, guess who else got a Grammy? Blue Ivy.
Really?
Fuck out of here.
She do.
She ain't got no ether under her belt, nigga.
She ain't got no ether. Hey, but she ain't never seen a ceiling in her life though.
Man.
So what? Her daddy got murdered on that song. She should have rewrote that shit.
But them niggas looked happy though. That's what I know. Them niggas look like life is good.
Yeah, smiling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
look all beat down and shit.
Yeah, that's what happens when you put your efforts into your gift. You know what I'm saying?
That's real talk.
You know what I mean? Just imagine if Ron Isley was doing construction for the last 59 years. Man.
Nigga.
That nigga be bitter
He
than
probably would have
motherfucker.
died in his 50s.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at that nigga Verdine. If you go see an Earth, Wind & Fire show, that motherfucker's always on. Like, on 10.
Really?
That Verdine White. I went to go see them a couple years ago, right before the corona hit. This nigga jumped off the stage and and damn near did the splits with the bass in his hands. He didn't do the splits, but I'm like, God damn. And he did that shit in heels. He did it in heels.
Was he wearing pearls too?
Hey, I'm going to go see them motherfuckers in June. Earth, Wind & Fire in Santana. I can't wait for that shit.
Facts. That's gonna be fire.
And it's gonna be all this shit go, nigga.
Where?
They're going to be over in, by the Coliseum, that new arena where they knocked the sports arena down, the new soccer field.
Oh, they
Earth,
got.
Wind & Fire in Santana.
That's gonna be
So
fun.
you're saying there's a verifiable difference between people who spent the time working on their gift compared to people who just walking through life miserable and not doing what they really want to do?
Yeah, there's a direct correlation. There's scientific evidence that shows if you pursue your art, it was a study done by Complete Wellness, a group called Complete Wellness, that if you immerse yourself in your art, you can reduce inflammation in your body.
That's bad.
You know what I'm saying? Also, Hippocrates, which was a fucking philosopher, used to play music for people who had mental illness because he found that it would purify their emotions. You know what I'm saying? So there's a direct correlation between pursuing your passions and your art and your quality of life as you're living, and in some cases the amount of time that you actually live.
Wow.
And I feel like that verses was evident, because if you look at that and then look at some of the other rapper verses, these rappers and shit, some of these niggas look beat down.
Yeah, and they're young.
They're
Young and big down.
They are.
Lil Wayne look beat down, nigga.
Yeah.
He had a hard life,
Lil Wayne, Verdine, and Lil Wayne look like they went to high school together.
It is real. It's real.
Lil Wayne look like he's like 65 right now.
Yeah.
But them niggas is on that product. Them niggas is on that liquid heroin. They on some. They, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't judging their life, but I mean, you could tell. You could tell, and it's evident with how they look, man. Lil Wayne do look beat down. That nigga.
It wasn't the fucking weed. This nigga said it's the weed. Nah. Don't you dare do that one like that. Don't you dare talk about candidates like that.
It's beyond weed. Them niggas is on some heavy product, nigga.
They was in that meditation and shit. Them motherfuckers, they say you should meditate 2 hours before every goddamn.
Them niggas probably, let's be real though. Them niggas was probably on some product too. But they probably got to the point where we got to cut this shit out.
No, they weren't. I know some people that paid the bed. They weren't. Them motherfuckers was on that meditation shit. They used to literally.
That's hard to believe.
No, they were because
they wouldn't look at like it was.
I don't know.
Back then,
the way that nigga
that comedic shit, he would kick
the way that nigga Maurice White hit that stage boldly with his hairline looking like that. That nigga was on some product.
That nigga wasn't sober.
If you get out there and your fro is that nigga. Serpentine fire, your shit look like this. You on some Biggie B's on the track. You on that nigga was on some product.
That nigga had the Rip Hamilton. That's the Rip Hamilton.
The Rip Hamilton? Oh, Rip shit was reckless, dog.
Rip Hamilton?
Yeah, that nigga, man.
That nigga was looking like Jerry Rice. His braids was reckless. Thanks for that 20 ball, man.
Jerry Rice on the Raiders.
Jerry Rice. That nigga was holding on to them braids for a long time. That's when your friends hate you. When they let you run around.
Braiding Allen Iverson here. That nigga need to get some rid of them shits too, nigga.
Ain't nobody worse than Stevie shit. Stevie shit
so if
reckless.
you dive into your right, but he don't. He got a shit.
They put that nigga in front of a mirror and told him to braid that shit.
He don't know. No, that nigga got hands. He can feel his shit. He know that his shit's gone.
On the scalp.
Stevie can see he got us all food.
But so if you can live longer by diving into your creativity, or creativity prolongs your life, makes you a better person, all that other shit, right? Then for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? There's many different forms of creativity. Lying is being creative.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
So if being creative could make your life, being a positive creative could make your life longer and more healthy, could negative creativity shorten your lifespan? You feel me? Cheating is a form of creativity. Lying is a form of creativity. Do you think the body can decipher between being creative and a lie?
Damn. It depends if you believe it or not.
I don't know that it
believe
can.
their own bullshit.
Right. That's
to the point
dangerous.
to where they really believe that shit. Like niggas be, you know what I'm saying? Usually, I know you've been lied to, like just on a fantastic level. Like nigga, you got like he really believe I believe this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but they don't blink, nigga. They like right on yeah, nigga. Then I took 6 bitches back. Like, hold on, bro. I thought you was already had left the spot. No, we went back. Like, nah, nigga, you're lying. So it's like those people are dangerous, and them. I think them. I'm saying them are psychopaths. You know what I'm saying they when you get into that you get into that realm of thinking, you
ain't able to remember your lies.
That's what I'm saying.
With different people, that's you gotta have accountability in your mind. Like, when I told this nigga that and this
man.
She said actors are liars. That's funny to the motherfucker. I'm an actor. The motherfuckers be like, well, shit, I get paid. You put a script in front of me and I read it, I'm gonna get paid. But the difference between that and like what Dunk is saying, like somebody just, yeah, Nick, I went and bought them Gucci loafers yesterday, man. Right. Like, really? Where they at? Well, I took them back because I had to go get another pair. Like, nigga,
right?
You just fabricating to paint.
You know, because we all know when we're dealing with a liar. Like, people just don't say nothing. People that lie all the goddamn time, you feel it. You may in your head, you may like the motherfucker, they cool, and just be like, that's that nigga talking all that shit. we all been in the shit talking circle. That one nigga that come running his goddamn mouth, and as soon as he leave, everybody be like, man, that nigga full of shit. Right. You know? So if everybody know, yeah, you know.
And what I'm saying on the subconscious level, so if it can prolong life and decrease inflammation, that's subconscious, right? Yeah. That's metaphysical, right? Yeah. So in turn, could it have a converse effect if it's negative?
Yes, and I can speak to this because I went through this shit last year because I took some time off from just doing content and maybe 6 months. Like I was probably the most unhappiest I've ever been. And then it just started to even affect like my day-to-day shit. Like I couldn't even do what I normally do because I wasn't doing what I love. So I do think that if you're not chasing the shit that makes you happy and passionate, that shit can have an adverse effect on your life. Because I was like feeling sick, like physically sick, because I couldn't do what I loved anymore. That shit was fucking me up, like in my head, for real.
Yeah, that's
So I was gonna say, I think like you know when you're in the wrong. Like let's say if you cheating, you know you're wrong. Like you know most niggas should feel like some type of remorse or whatever. That feeling, that stressful feeling, like damn, I'm living wrong. I think that'll fuck with you. Yeah, that'll fuck with you.
I've never felt anything.
Yeah, I think that's what I specifically looked at your ass.
And that right there is a switch on it. I think it comes down to whatever your consciousness is. You know, what's a lie, what guilts you, what makes you feel good, that comes down to your individual consciousness.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you got some people that really steal shit and don't feel a motherfucking thing.
Right.
Man.
That's always been, like they were trained that way. They've always been. I don't think George Bush gave a fuck that he stole the whole goddamn country. His daddy did it. So you know what I mean. So like me, you may, and that be the problem. Like black folks have white folks. We have different levels of consciousness, and we be thinking we gonna guilt them into some shit. They be like, nigga, thank you. So if you go against your own consciousness, that shit's gonna wear on you. But if it's within your consciousness to do something else, like to work and not be it, you know, then it can be good for you if that's truly what your consciousness wants.
So how do you set a goal without lying to yourself?
Being realistic. You got to be realistic. Realistic goals, or especially with people who really, you know what I'm saying, don't got that kind of self-esteem about themselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people make big goals because they feel bad about themselves. Like, all right, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no bread right now, nigga, but in the next 6 months, I want to make $2 million. You're not finna make $2 million, but they use that as a motivating factor. Like, damn, I'm working towards a goal. You know what I'm saying? So if you're using it like that, that's fine.
But see, I think my path has been different. I think my path has been different though, because I definitely lied to myself about a lot of the things that I did. I just told myself it was gonna happen. Like even when I was in Sacramento, I'd be like, I'm gonna move to LA. I'm gonna like, and everybody would look at me like I was crazy. They'd be like, nigga, you're 30 and fat. You're not.
Shacktown Blair right here.
Huh?
Is that a lie?
No, because it wasn't true. Like I kept telling myself like this is going to happen. Like,
but you only really lying if you talk about something that did happen. But if you said was going to happen, that's
manifestation.
I don't know if you call that a lie.
But you had what you had was a goal and you had a strategy, and I think that's what separates the two. If you got just a goal with no strategy, it could be a lie. But if you got a goal with a verifiable strategy attached, you know what I'm saying? You had a goal of wanting to be effective in the entertainment business.
Right.
The strategy for that was moving to LA and doing the things that you did. So I think when a goal is separate from a strategy, it's a lie.
Okay, that's a good point.
You gotta have a
You always got those finna do something niggas.
Yeah.
But then they go back and drink a beer on the
nigga,
couch.
I'm gonna buy an airplane next year, nigga.
Yeah. All these finna do ass niggas. You lying like a motherfucker.
Just like how we give game about how to do this. Start LLC. Go try and buy a house. Go how you can finance a car. You know, don't get jacked or whatever. So now you tell people. A lot of people go, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna get at you. They never hear from them, or you give them the game. Tell them, okay, this is exactly what I did, step for step. They'll get to step one, and like, that's too hard. I'm out.
Right. They just want the hookup.
It's a lot of
How I get the hookup? You know, wilding out, doughboy. Like, how do I get the hookup?
You might have good intentions. You might have started with good intentions, but at some point along the way, the fucking work got involved in. This is gonna be something that I got to put effort into, and that's where a lot of motherfuckers are. Okay, so they might not have been lying, but at that point, that's when it's like, okay, well, I had plans to do this and do this and do that. But all of it fell through because of step number one. I figured out I actually had to do something. It wasn't just gonna get given to me,
Facts. Yeah, I think it's got to be a strategy attached, man. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. If not, you just wishing.
It's the most confusing word, man. And I feel like for some reason people don't really understand what they say when they say the word liar, right? So you have a person that's a liar that doesn't tell the truth. But the truth is what you choose to believe. I know motherfuckers that I can tell. If I knew the winning lotto numbers that was worth $300 million tomorrow, I know niggas who, if I told them that they wouldn't believe me or play the numbers because I don't have the necessary status for them to listen to me. You feel what I'm saying? So in that term, if the truth is what you choose to believe what is the truth and what is a lie? I feel like the truth is are only tangible things. Everything else is a choice. This is this is the truth. You know what I'm saying? But how I feel about it, that's not a truth. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel about it. But a lot of people will intermingle the truth with their feelings and think that what they feel is the truth. You know what I'm saying? The definition of lie is to. It's gonna seem off right now, but follow me. The definition of lie, right, is to be in or assume a horizontal resting position on a supporting surface. So if you're not moving, you a liar. But think about that. Flip that on some hip hop shit. If you're a liar, you're lying down. You're in a state where you're not in motion. You're not in moving. A moving motion. It's impossible to be a liar if you're moving on the things you're speaking on.
That's facts. Big facts.
Yeah, I like that.
As long as you're moving on the things that you're talking about, even if they haven't fully manifested, it's impossible for you to be a liar.
I like that.
You just have to always be in an active state of moving.
Yeah. Always getting something done.
Be the doer, not a talker.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
because that's what lying is.
Stop. That's
But that's what lying is, though. What he's saying is that's what lying is, because lying is saying an action is going to something's going to be done and not doing it. No, nothing's happening. So if I'm telling you, I'm finna do this, there's nothing happening, I'm a liar. You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
think that's how
always
they
based
meant
on
it before. Like, because back in the day, 100, 200 years ago, everyday life was about the work.
Yeah.
So if I was a liar, I'm a lazy motherfucker. I'm laying down on the work. I'm stepping out on the work.
Which made people not believe him. Don't
This
believe
nigga's
him.
a liar. He's lying in wait.
That nigga lying down. Don't believe
Nigga, them crops ain't gonna pick themselves.
Yeah.
That's who you call a liar. If we out here in the fields working or we doing whatever we gotta do, and you the only motherfucker lying in wait, and we out here working, you a motherfucking liar.
So the work is the only truth.
Work is the only truth. If the Bible says faith without works is dead,
Wow.
It says it there.
it says it right there.
Whoa,
I'm pretty
Lord.
sure we can go into every book and find a variation of that.
Absolutely.
It's the work. If you don't think motherfucking, because I've been there when I first wanted to do comedy, or even when I first started rhyming back in the day, or even when I first started hooping. When you first start doing something, you always telling people what you want to do. And even the motherfuckers that love you just stare you in the face.
Man.
So you want to be a rapper, huh? Okay. So you're doing comedy now. Oh, okay.
Little comedy now. You gonna tell little jokes, huh?
But you a liar at that point until you move on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to move on because we've been conditioned to think that something outside of us is going to validate the move we need to make. It ain't going to be no magical nothing that comes out and ordains you to be what you want to be. You got to ordain yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's gonna move for you.
That's one definition of a liar. One context of a liar. Another definition of a liar: people who've been purposely misleading and deceptive. You know, they come in and saying, "Hey, let's do this deal together. You know, you go ahead and get the mics, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy the TV, and then we're gonna go ahead and rent out the studio or whatever. And then you go ahead on good faith and do it. And then they don't come through with their part. Not only do they come through with their part, they come break up in this motherfucker and take what you had. That's another version of a liar. It's people who, because not that they're lazy, they working their ass off.
Right.
They're doing, but they're doing deceptive things on purpose. They've chosen the path of taking from you,
Right.
with their lies versus just going to the soil and getting it themselves.
Right.
It's intertwined too, though, because they're lying to me to stop me from doing something.
Right. So stop
they,
your emotions.
Yeah, they want to stop. So they want me to be like them. So now that I got to get out the situation, I'm got to either go to that level or rise above that. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers, they really ain't thinking that far out. They selfish. It's about, okay, what I do. I'm going to everybody get what I want out of you. Whatever happens to you is inconsequential.
They're not worried about they're not worried about
It's like
the
whatever.
consequences. Yeah.
It's like whatever, how I see myself getting it is from you, so they use lying as a method to do that. That's another way, of somebody lying.
Some of these hoes use lying on their backs to get what they want from niggas.
Hey,
You ain't doing that lying down.
Bitch, you lying down thinking getting fucked is enough to be treated like a good woman. No, bitch. I I treat you like a good woman because I'm a good nigga. It ain't got nothing to do with you being a woman. I'm treating you good because I'm a good person. I'm a spiritual person. I got a conscience, and I want every human to do well. But just because you lie on your back and let me fuck you does not mean that you're not lying. You're still lying. Once you get up, bitch, you got to get in motion and get to something for me to respect you. My nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
Respectively. You got to do something. Respectively. You got to be action. I just had this conversation with somebody earlier, man. It's a verifiable difference between talkers and doers. Man. Verifiable. One of my favorite proverbs is diligent hands bear rule.
Drink at the house, niggas.
Put a shot up. I hit you with a proverb.
Bear rules sound like a fat Ja Rule. Bear rule. Bear rules. Now go ahead.
Yeah, but it's doing. That's all. Talkers and doers. You only get blessed when you do. You know what I'm saying? People who speak about it. Before I moved out here, man, somebody told me, Charlie, before you get to L.A., you got to listen to people with your eyes. Ooh. That's dope. And I'm like, well, what you mean? Like, you'll see, and it's true, because you get so many people. Yeah, I do that. Just hit me next week, and I put you on such and such, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, nah, man, I'm going to watch you. I'm seeing what you doing. I ain't listening to your words. When you open your mouth, you sound like the teacher from Charlie Brown. I'm not listening to you. What are you doing? That's the verifiable piece. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times when you start talking about too much, you'll talk yourself out of actually even doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really even tell a lot of people like the shit that I'm doing, because if you tell your dreams and your goals to people, they'll put all their insecurities and bullshit on you because they don't want to do that shit. So like, what are you trying to do that for? And then you gotta start. Then you start fighting your own thoughts that you was already having until you got some extra bullshit in your head. So I don't really like talk. I just like to just do it and just show motherfuckers what it is, because you might not even jump off the porch. You know what I'm saying? Any other way.
Sometimes people don't do that shit on purpose. They just naturally don't have that in them. You know what I'm saying? So they can't definitely see it in you. You know what I mean? They ain't got them in their cell. They can't definitely see that shit.
It might be something like let's say, I know you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm from where you from. Like, I can't do that shit.
Yeah,
you can't do that shit. Exactly. So that's what you like. I hear that shit a lot. Like, you ain't gonna be. All right, fine.
Just like it's like if you see a broad, like back in the day, you see a fine broad, niggas was like,
you can't.
I'm not gonna holler at her. So I know you ain't gonna holler at her, nigga. What do you mean? I'm finna say she shoot me down, I got shot. I'm finna holler. She's too fine to just walk by. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas got them in them. Some niggas
know that if you ever go out anywhere with Kraig, man, it'd be a race to the chicks. I'm like, me and this nigga be running to him. He like, listen, don't listen to Charlie. He got 5 kids.
We need to smash the like button, man.
With the likes, man.
We should be at 1,000 likes, man. I don't know how many we got, but we ain't there. We need to be at 2,000 before the show is up.
Come on, hit that like button. Hook us up.
Go ahead, big bro.
No, I was just saying that you get around some people and they ain't about no talking. That's one thing I can say about Kraig. That nigga is not. You will show up to a set and not know what you shooting, what's going on. That nigga ain't gonna tell you nothing. He'll give you direction. This is what we gonna do. We da-da-da-da-da-da. He about action. Yeah. Even when we out and about, this a bad babe. He not looking like Charlie. I bet you won't talk to her. I look and he taking off running. I'm like, wait a minute.
I just don't want this nigga Charlie to get you first. So what I'm saying is that nigga got AIDS and.
You know he used to get head from crackheads back in the day, right? Oh, he used to all the crackheads suck him up.
Nigga like every time he talking to a bitch, like, you know he got 15 kids. Like, damn, you just told the last bitch it was 5.
That nigga was on Skid Row licking ass.
That nigga ain't showered in weeks. He's actually my Uber driver. He just brought me here and he's just hanging around with me, man. That nigga my Uber driver. But that nigga say he make $1,000 a day on Uber, so this nigga's the greatest Uber driver ever. You drove Uber before, right?
Ever. Nigga said he made $1,000 a day driving.
Nigga
made $500,000 on Uber in a Civic last week.
I used to make up to $1,000 in a day. If I was on it like I was on it, I showed the niggas my tickets though. He make a joke out of it because his ass was making $75 a day. That nigga just got enough to get gas to get to the crib. I was making bread. I'm sorry, nigga. They like me, don't like you, nigga. They got your big ass in there. It's intimidating, nigga. I had the Eddie Winslow grin, my nigga. It worked for me. I'm sorry.
Fuck Uber, nigga. They'll shut you down for no reason sometimes.
A lie for a lie, nigga.
Straight lie.
Nigga be like, oh yeah, that nigga, he looked at me weird in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? They said you looking at people weird in the mirror.
Them motherfuckers crazy, man. Man, let's get up to that 1,000 likes, man. What are we doing, man?
Yeah, man. I gotta get in there, baby. Get in there.
Nah, but I don't be competing with my homies, so.
Nah, I ain't Drake. Fuck. Especially if I'm no females.
No, it be all. We be
joking. Yeah.
Sometimes I get to him first. Like, God damn, I got her.
Yeah. I don't know what I love my girl. I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about.
Oh yeah.
I be casting for my shit.
Exactly.
Best ones.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Okay, let me see. Damn, what happened? What happened in Hoop? Something happened in Hoop. I just can't remember.
Oh, Paul Pierce just lost his job.
There we go.
For going on IG Live with strippers and
He just being himself.
he was turned up too, and they fired the shit out
For
of
being
him.
a man around women instead of a man around dicks.
Yeah.
He got offered him.
If there was a whole bunch of booty holes around there, he would have been fired. They'd have been like, oh, courageous.
Are you saying if
He got offered him.
What you mean?
Cam Soda gave him offer of $250 to host, to just talk about NBA shit with a bunch of strippers around.
Really?
Just do what he was doing, and just we gonna air it. We gonna air it though.
that's
Talk
a
about
good
basketball
Look
with
at
bitches.
Who offered him that?
Cam Soda.
Who was that?
That's they like fucking OnlyFans and some shit. Like one of them things.
I need to holler at them. We got a whole show with naked bitches.
When I read, I was like, nigga, we could do this. Look at shit.
That was quick as hell, bro. That was fast as shit. He just got fired.
I think
they've been waiting on that nigga like, please, Paul Pierce.
he already had this.
Yeah.
But he probably had some kind of clause in this shit, like no compete.
This is for sure on purpose.
Yeah, he was like, because he was egregious with it. Like, come on, out of nowhere, you just all of a sudden now you smoking weed and you got naked women on your fucking IG.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah.
Bro, he was wilding.
Yeah, hoes twerking all in that
Come on.
I
motherfucker.
just seen a still shot of that shit.
Oh, no.
He
He's
got
on
the
the
camera,
live
it's like
for
an
it.
ass behind that nigga.
You see his eyes glazing the motherfucker. Oh yeah, he was toting on that motherfucker the whole time. I ain't tripping on that. My thing is, but if you know that you got that kind of
Michael Sand kissed a white boy and still got a job.
This nigga kissed the white boy and got a call from Obama right after
this.
the white boy wasn't twerking.
Right.
The white boy wasn't twerking though.
But they used to own niggas.
He said, white boy kissed that nigga on national
Wayne
TV.
took his 9-year-old son to an adult gay parade with sword fighting going on that same bus. And they didn't say nothing about that.
No.
That's a child.
D-Wade wanted to be there, nigga.
But you don't even get there.
Yeah, like it's like taking your son to a strip party
strip joint.
and got a broad all in his face bouncing. They gonna say something about that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna say something like,
I know you. I'm just saying. I know you probably not tripping, but I'm saying. But I'm talking
I can't
about
say
the
what I really wanna
backlash.
say.
I'm talking about the backlash you would get.
You know how D-Wade get hair out his ass? He got a slip and slide with Nair on it.
Shit, bro.
I saw the whole shit. Water at the end to get it off you. That's actually ingenious. That's we fighting today. We fighting the podcast on y'all niggas today, boy. Yeah.
I didn't see that
That nigga D-Wade disappointed me the more he talks. I'm such a D-Wade fan. Be quiet, bro. I'm tired of you NBA niggas thinking y'all know what the fuck y'all doing because you was good at basketball.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
You don't speak for everyday niggas.
Not at all.
You don't. Y'all ain't been out here in this struggle. Stop thinking because you got Nike deals and all that shit. We love y'all. But now that when you back in this regular life shit, you need to step to the back of the line and let niggas who been out here in this struggle tell you what the fuck is going on. Because straight up and down. Cause y'all, straight up and down. Because y'all don't know what the fuck we've been going. That basketball bubble is not real life.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? You can put yourself in a fucked up situation with your people if you keep undermining what it is we're trying to do and what we're fighting because you're comfortable.
Yeah. Real tough.
You need to start consulting groups of black people and talking to us before you say and do certain shit. Because what's going on with your son, nigga, that's not normal, nigga.
Yeah.
If what he said is true, you taking your son to a gay parade at 12, what the fuck is you doing, bro?
Like 3 years ago when the kid was 9 at the time.
And I know he got brothers, good brothers, and the pops. I know they can't be in agreement with that.
Talk to his mama, shit.
That's got to be the broad he with, bro.
Yeah, she pushing him.
Because he wasn't raised like
They
that.
kind of ex the mama out the whole little
How
situation.
could they do that?
You never even see her no more.
The court, no, they sued her. They basically X'd her out.
That's
If you got bread, you can do what you want to do.
That's trash.
I like what he said.
Gabriel Union, that's trash.
I like what he said though. You gotta consult. You gotta have a team, man, and a multitude of counselors. Their safety. If you're not trying to get out and get counsel before you make choices, you unsafe.
You are.
What you doing with that little nigga is unsafe.
Nah, and that ain't cool with my kids.
No.
And let's tell you, Kraig made a good point. Because we have our pro ball players that watch this show. Look, what age do a blue chipper usually get segregated from everyone else?
A real blue chipper?
About
About 15, 16.
something like 14.
14. If a real blue chipper earlier. Tyson Chandler is a year older than me. They was already on him. He was 13, 12.
So by the time, so when you're 14, when you're at that critical point where you're really understanding how the world works, you've already been separated and segregated from your community.
Really?
They put you in that. They put blue chippers in Catholic high schools. They don't really test them. It's like they're going to get whatever they want. And then they put them on AAU teams where they're traveling every weekend, missing school every Friday doing AAU season, right? Right. And then they tell them, you're better than those guys. You know, you're an exception. You're exceptional. So their only experience with white America from the first time they meet white America is gifts, free shoes, money, and praise. Right. And then you go to college. You're further segregated. Anyone who went to college know you don't see the ball players until game time. These niggas is somewhere
Special
else
treatment.
In their own world, their own bubble, never interacting with real life, still getting broken off bread.
Right.
And then you go to the NBA. Now you're even further segregated from your people. So by the time you're 25, you've been segregated from your population for over 10 years. Yeah. So when you get out of the NBA, when you retire, going back to what Kraig said, then you need to be debriefed by the streets.
You need to come back. Because look, and then they only deal with sensationalized versions of us when it comes to our people besides their family. They're dealing with rappers and entertainers. Most of these niggas don't know shit about what we go through. And they're far removed from it. You got certain niggas like your Baron Davises, your Paul Pierce. I don't know really about Paul Pierce, but I know about Matt Barnes. What's the other? Steven Jack. These niggas, they stay connected with real niggas shit. Right. And it's more of them like that out there, but when you get a D-Wade, it just bothers me, bro, because it's almost like these niggas act like white supremacy don't exist. Yeah. Like we just out here like it's just a magical thing. Yeah. Damn. How could you not see the failure in allowing a 9-year-old child to act and live as an adult gay male as a child? How could you not see how that's damaging to that child?
And the thing is, any adult, when you're 9 years old, because the kid's 12 now, I'm talking about a story, y'all go look it up. The boy was 9 when he was in that first gay parade. You don't send a 9-year-old around strippers.
Facts.
You don't send a 9-year-old around any kind of sexual environment.
Right. Yeah.
Go watch SpongeBob, play with your G.I. Joe. Do 9-year-old shit. Yeah. If you don't expose children to that kind of environment that young, that's talk about moral character. That's some moral shit right there.
Right. That's what I was finna say, bro. Like, we just need to take the gay part out of it. I think with the kids, we got to take the sexuality, whatever you're attracted to, the attractiveness. I don't care what a 9-year-old's attracted to, a 12-year-old's attracted to. Any little kid, a sexual attraction has nothing to do with how they're raised, what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You don't put no little boy. Trust me, because I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna say it like this. That was done to me. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I was put in a situation where I was around, bro. My pops had me around a gang of bros. Right. Bitches all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'll show the little nigga your titties, all that type shit. You know how niggas get drunk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, she on fire. You know what I'm saying?
My son got some of those too. Show her.
Never, nigga. The nigga said, as he said that, the nigga titty was like, he wasn't ready for it. Never. No, but you know what I'm saying? So when you got kids like that, bro, and you got them kids, the kids are very impressionable, especially at that age, dog. So I know it might seem like he's making a choice to come out as this and come out as that, but if you're around where somebody's pushing that as okay, it's fine. When somebody's like, nah, hold on, take this look. Let's give you options. I don't think they gave this nigga options. I think his only option was push this agenda.
Right.
Oh, Gabrielle Union, you got to know who she is.
Tell us who she is.
She's not someone that's just an actress. You know what I'm saying? She's in with the Obamas.
She's got an agenda.
Oh yeah, she's in with the Democratic Party heavy. You know what I'm saying? She was one of the founders of the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She's very political. We don't look at her like that. 'Cause she was a whack ass actress in Bad Boys 2. Shred right next to the mine. Cut. Get her out of here. The fuck is it? I'm saying, bro.
Think she hit D-Way? Think she hit
Oh yeah. You know that nigga wearing some.
This nigga said she hit D-Way.
Hey, Troy, you gonna say that? Remember when this is inappropriate. When D-Wade was still playing, she was in some magazine talking about how she licks his ass.
Yeah, and was cool with
You
it.
don't say that with little ass kids in the house. Be respectful of your own fucking family.
So
Facts,
so
bro.
G Union is hitting weight.
Why you giving this man that? Hey, that's a masculine ass nickname.
G-Union. Gabe Union not getting the bottom out of that.
Hey, Charlie, you know my theory?
That nigga crazy.
My theory why D-Wade wore them black tights was because if he fought it, them white pants would have them shit streaks in the motherfucker.
Man,
That's why I think he
gotta
wore them
blow
black
him out
tights.
your
That
ass.
motherfucker had that booty hole blow.
I'm pretty sure that this nigga, not even him, but they were approached by somebody to push this shit. Like,
Had to be,
the
bro.
Democratic Party.
Shit.
This ain't. They wasn't there like, oh, we should just go ahead and like, nah.
Ain't
Somebody
that smart?
way up there was, oh, your son is gay. Let's do this.
Right.
Do you
Your
think
son want to be a girl? Let's do this. Like, go ahead.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Turn around.
So do you think it is any truth to the? I heard somebody say that we, and I'm not quite sure it was, but since we influence the culture so much, agendas get placed in front of us before anybody for us to push because they know that the world will listen to us first.
Of course.
I think there's layers to it.
They get pushed to us. First they want us to die first.
Yeah, we got.
Second, we influence the world.
They make it seem like we came up with the shit.
That's how it's gonna be. That's
They
what's
make
gonna
it
look
look like it's us.
They know we need the
When
money.
you see this shit in some third world country somewhere, they're gonna look at black people. That's what we doing now.
Always one nigga willing to sell out the culture. And that's the greatest sin you could commit.
Yeah, Lil Nas X.
Not being able to come back to the village.
You can't come back home.
That's the greatest sin you could commit, man. It's always one nigga willing to sell out the culture. Nas X.
The nigga from 300 with the hump on his back, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga couldn't be a part of the nigga couldn't be part of the Spartan Army, my nigga. He went and fuck with Leonidas. Couldn't fuck with Leonidas, and then he went to the God King,
Nigga couldn't
nigga.
even get that shield up.
Yeah, nigga, like, cause you couldn't even lift up your shield.
Oh, yeah.
Get your ass out of here, nigga.
What would you say to D Wade if you had 5 minutes to talk to him?
Man.
Just keep your son business in the house. Like I don't really feel like it's everybody's business. Like I just and I'm not whatever decisions they make, do that shit. But
I'm
just
with you.
to parade him out there like it's like this spokesperson for this, I just like
I gotta know.
It's a bit
Hey, yo,
much.
What you really think about this shit?
Right.
Hey, come on,
Yeah, we
tell-
gotta
tell-
ask him
That's
some
me. It's
questions.
just me and you, dog. Tell me the truth. What you really think about this shit?
And then he'll tell you. He'd be like, G Union's hitting me. That's why I think it's fine. He'll say that.
Like,
You
Kraig,
know
like,
what I'm saying?
I have respect for D-Wade. Like,
Right. Me
So
too.
to see him do this shit, it's like, God damn it! Like, stop! Just go back to playing basketball. God damn it.
That nigga's opening up.
Go
He's
back to the
opening
league.
up.
Shit.
He's opening up to G Union. That nigga's opening for him. Nigga opening for G Union. Coming to the stage. I would ask him a few questions to begin with, but then I just have to have a conversation like, okay, before you get tattoos, you got to be 18. Before you make certain decisions, you got to be 18 to 21. What makes you think little man has the ability to make that kind of decision at 9 or 12 that he want to cut his hot dog off when you got to wait till you 18 to get tats? I'm saying my man is really like thinking that it's okay. I don't even think he's had a legitimate amount of box yet to top.
He had
I'm
no
sure
box.
he hasn't had any box.
He is the box. According to D Wade.
Oh, he's getting hit like Pops?
That nigga Roddy Rich.
Nigga said he getting hit like that nigga stunned like my daddy.
That nigga Roddy Rich out this bitch. Did the bee, did the bot. Did the bee, did the bot.
I would tell D Wade, look, man, your business is your business, but you know your wife is an actress, right? And we know Hollywood is pedophile island. Why are you putting a child sexuality out there like that when you always in this environment. You always up in this motherfucker shooting commercials. She's always in movies.
Oh,
we know what the fuck goes on in Hollywood. Why are you putting your son out there for the game in that environment? That's dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. Plus, her being, like I said, one of the people who was starting, one of the spokesperson for the Me Too movement, knowing that Hollywood is like that. Because you are speaking out against Hollywood white males, going against that, saying, or even black males too, the male agenda period, you was attacking that. You know what I'm saying? Saying that, they are inappropriate when we go to these meetings. So why would you put your stepson in that line of fire dressed like a girl? You know what I'm saying? He's already mentally confused because he don't really know what's going on. Because I'm pretty sure, and this is what I'll ask Dwayne Wade. What's up with your second son, man? I don't never see that nigga he was dunking in commercials all the time. What happened to that nigga? Because I see Bronny James all the time.
Ooh, you know what more?
Are they playing together?
Yeah. You know what more question I would ask? What's up with that white nanny you was parading around back in 2014?
Oh, yeah.
During the finals.
Yeah.
They had a white nanny, a Manny. I remember watching the finals back when they was playing against the Spurs.
He was sweet.
No, the dude was something. They was like just skin and kid.
Zac Efron.
Like, isn't it weird to have a man first to have a man nanny? Like you had a nanny, and then nowadays you motherfuckers act like that nigga never existed. So you like
I didn't know nothing about it. I had no idea.
Exactly.
So you saying Wade was getting hit by the Manny?
The Manny was in that shit.
All I'm saying is that it's always
G-Unit in the Manny.
As a man who's worked with children, men don't nanny children. Nigga, we come in counsel. Now nigga, go back to your mama. Men don't nanny. And you was bragging. I remember watching the finals and you bragging about some damn Manny. And now I ain't heard about this motherfucker since the finals, since y'all lost to the Spurs.
Man.
Like, what the fuck happened? Because usually when what get that.
What that nigga say?
Sorry, Bebop?
What's understood?
The only man that can watch my kids is my dad.
Facts.
If it ain't Smitty, nigga, I'll kill you. I'll catch you around my motherfucker.
You got to keep, man. Look, I got 3 daughters, 2 sons, man. I'm very selective on who keep an eye on my kids from Jump Street, man. They can't go to any and everybody's house.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? My ex, she had a relative that was, on a different lifestyle. And she was like, such and such gonna pick the kids up from school. No, that nigga ain't. I'm gonna leave where I'm at. I'm going to get them. Don't you have my kids in the car with that nigga? Or he a relative. I don't give a fuck who that nigga is, man. I don't care. That he blood. But he blood. And he da-da-da-da. I will beat the dog shit up that nigga if you have him pick up my kids. I'm leaving where I'm at. Because there's certain environments and there's certain spirits that are on people, man. I know it's going to sound kind of funny and weird to some people, man. But, there's 2 realms. There's an invisible realm we deal with and the natural. So if somebody's dealing with a spirit or something and they don't want to get it off of them, they want to hold on to it, and you put somebody in that environment that's impressionable like a child, that shit affects them, man. So you got to really be cautious and guard your kids, man. You got to be a strong man and guard your kids, bro.
Facts. No, my daughter's 15 and she's getting to that age where she's like, can I go stay tonight, such and such house? I'm like, I don't know these motherfuckers, man. And she'd be like, well, you can just meet them. No, it's gonna take more time for me to be able to go and stay the night. Because if something bad go wrong, daddy gonna shoot. I'm going to jail. I'm shooting everything up. So that's the thing is she don't understand that. She think I'm just being mean. But I'm like, I don't know these people. I can't just put you in those environments like that.
Real talk.
Same reason why I tell any broad I'm dealing with. If I get in a fight, don't jump in, bitch. Because if I get knocked out, it's cool.
Man.
But if you get knocked out, now I got to kill him, mother.
You can't be picking
And then if you dealing with it, if you fighting a nigga that's like me, your broad run up while I'm fighting you, I'm going to knock that bitch out too.
See my cousin do it.
You should have told that bitch to sit down. So anyway, let's
I'm finna really, I seen my cousin do it at a pool party, nigga. It ain't.
That shit burn.
But on the other hand, I done seen women come in the fights helping that nigga with bats, hitting other niggas. You know what I'm saying? Go get the gun. Yeah, what I mean.
Stay outside.
Yeah, so you never know.
I'm not too mad if you come in and actually you help me. Like I can't get mad at that. But if you come in and you get slept too, then it's like, all right, well,
don't jump in. Don't jump in. Because if I see her get hit, it's gonna take that shit to a whole. See, I can take her ass with it. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if she get hit, I see her get hit. I'm gonna take that shit somewhere else. I'm gonna go somewhere else with it.
I watched a homeless lady beat the dog shit out of a lady the other day. It was great. It's just ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. Just thought I'd throw that shit out there. But I think, man, if you're talking about that spiritual world, man, that's just kind of what when you get somebody that's young, like old boy son, and he say he's got a certain kind of feeling, he's got feelings, what he's dealing with is what his pops has been dealing with. Because there's generational iniquities. You know what I'm saying? My pop sat me down at a young age. I told y'all the story. He was like, listen, we a family full of alcoholics, womenizers, blah, 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 blah. You got to be careful because you might hit a certain age and get some temptation. And sure enough, 15, 16, that's what's on the bloodline. So if you a nigga out there doing gay shit and then your 8-year-old son come up to you talking about he want to get hit,
stop
nigga,
fucking your wife with shit on your dick. Stop fucking your wife with shit on your dick. That's why the little niggas gay.
For one, you gonna get her E. coli for one. That's that. You don't want none of that.
Let's talk about this. I like
corn in the pussy. You got corn in her pussy.
Corn in the pussy, man.
Corn.
Put bacteria in there. That's fucking visual.
Stop with the ATM, nigga. You got chili pepper flakes.
You got corn in her. Oh my god.
Corn in your wife's pussy. And
all right, hold on. Let me shake that off. Let me get back. All right.
nah, but yeah, the whole D-Wade thing is tough because he ain't gonna listen to he ain't gonna listen to us. It's gonna take a LeBron.
You think LeBron told him that? You don't think LeBron like? Nigga?
Nah, I think LeBron is one of them really supportive type friends.
That's what you want to do.
But I think LeBron is a real nigga.
I think LeBron like, you gonna let that nigga wear lipstick on it?
But here's the thing we gotta remember. A lot of like niggas on that level don't consume the same shit we consume.
Yeah. Right.
So LeBron or somebody, they might not even be aware of these stories.
Yeah. They got a block from that shit.
Nigga, they don't have time to be.
They don't.
They
They
don't. You're telling me LeBron don't know that his boy, son, is a girl.
He probably heard of it, but I don't think
That's what I'm saying. So you don't. That's now. Can we talk about? I'm sure LeBron is in his. Remember we talking about going to your council. I'm sure LeBron is in D-Wade's council.
I'm sure he ain't got time to sit.
I'm sure he know
Not
about
sit
the
and talk.
little-
Nigga, we got cell phones. Why y'all keep acting like phones don't exist?
It's take a time to sit on the phone and talk to him.
But you don't know what
LeBron
he's
gets on the phone. He ain't playing the game in 20 days. Nigga, what you talking about? He has time.
But how do you really even tell
I'm sure he know about the fruit stuff.
But how do you even tell a nigga that though? Like if that was your homeboy and he was doing that, like, how do you tell?
Your son fucking niggas?
Like how do you?
Hey, yo. Your son got pussy.
I'm just saying.
Hey, yo, it's not easy. Your son got pussy.
He asked him the question. How come you didn't tell me your son got his dick cut off and he's out here getting hit? You didn't.
Why he do that? Like, it's such an easy conversation to have. I don't think it's that hard. Like, no, hold on.
No, because people get sensitive when you tell them about their kids.
You gotta talk that nigga
like
face to face about
when
that.
you telling somebody about parenting, you gotta like.
I'm not asking. We're not talking about
tread
parenting.
lightly because niggas get real defensive.
We're not talking about parenting. I'm asking a question.
So if your homeboy had a son and he was doing, how would you talk to him? Like,
Just like, bro, your son, you cut your son penis off? It's why?
I don't think LeBron's having that conversation with him, man. To be honest, I don't think he's saying it. I think he's kind of like, I think he's like, man, listen, whatever choices you make in your house, that's y'all business.
Right.
You want to know the truth? Just take him around Kareem. I know Kareem would set him straight. This little gay motherfucker in my living room. You know you sound like niggas, right? I know Kareem was just...
Get this whole ass nigga out my house with his little whole ass. I don't like him sitting on my couch.
Fuck this little boy keep looking at me like that for, man?
Who's this loose booty little kid on my couch?
Loose pussy.
And you know we not being what they call politically correct right now. His name is Zendaya. What's it called? What do you call this?
I don't know. I don't know. What is
D-Wade's son.
Zaya some shit.
Zaya, some shit like that. So that's what I'm saying. We already get on. There's too much to do, bro. It's too much to do. I barely remember my kids' names, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting like my you know, your grandfather used to call. I'd be like, hey, you nigga. Who are you?
Nigga boy, come here,
Nigga
nigga
ass over here, take out your fucking trash. I don't know who you are.
Your daddy left. Little bastard.
Yeah.
Little bastard.
Your daddy left. Yeah, your daddy ain't here. Yeah.
Little bastard.
Little bastard.
And they don't know who you are, but they know what the fuck they want you to do. I want you to take out that trash, nigga, and get out that shit. And clean up that after that dog y'all got back there, nigga. Real
Some
shit,
stuff
bro.
just ain't our business, though. I think, man, it's too much. We just put the wrong. There's the wrong narrative being placed in front of us. There are other things that are more important than what's going on in a person's sexuality in their household. If that's your business, you keep it in the house. But the fact that you put it out, now we can talk about it if you're gonna put it out. But that shit should have stayed solo, man.
Yeah, it's really like people like. Some people in the chat room say it ain't our business. Well, when it's out there, you talk about what's out there. You know what I mean? I would much rather talk about him saying, hey, my 9 to 12-year-old son invented some new form of blockchain technology.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all kinds of dope shit that we should be talking about.
Facts.
The last thing we should be talking about with somebody who ain't hit fucking puberty yet is a goddamn sexual preference.
And that's why, man, I really honor and appreciate being here, man, because this Don't talks about coding all the time. I'm in Target the other day, and I'm buying my kids some toys and shit, and they got a whole little coding thing for, like, kids, like, 8 to 12. I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm talking to my kids about it, and I ain't gonna front like I bought it. I didn't buy the shit, but
You seen it.
but I seen it, and that just came from us having real conversations here. Like, I wouldn't have known shit about no coding for no kids, but just the fact that we have real conversations, man. You know what I'm saying?
They got actually a website you can go to. You can sign them up for a free class. And it's just be one class they'll give them, and they can make a little video game. They're showing them how to make a little video game, like an hour, and they sit online with them. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to take them nowhere. They do it straight from the house.
What class is working? Tell them where to find
I forgot. It's just shit. I forgot the name of it.
They didn't even know what we were talking about. Tell them about the coding shit and why our generation, why the younger generation needs it based on where we're going. Like,
oh yeah.
You know
Shit. Where you know what I mean? Everything is finna be automated. Everything is finna be computers. Well, everything is computers right now. Shit, you can't even go.
For the people who don't know, can you please tell them what automation means? What do you want?
Okay, well, yeah. Automation is just, they building robots, basically, and everything's going to be done with a robot. There's going to be no more human hands involved in your touching. Really, COVID is really killing it off. They finna stop all this Amazon, you know what I'm saying, distribution centers from having people, and they finna have the machines there, pushing packages through. They got them where they can make boxes, everything that people, they can't get the robot to do this. Yes, they can. The port workers, their jobs are everything. The truckers, everything that we call blue collar work is going to be done by robots.
which is why we went to 5G to begin with.
What would people that do blue collar work do then? Like
exactly.
Right.
So
it seems like it's the world.
Y'all niggas better start breaking these machines.
I'm telling you, bro, that's what's gonna happen. So when I talk to black people, I talk to any people of color, because white people and white kids, I'm saying Asian kids, some affluent people are already teaching their kids this.
Facts.
They already know how to code. They know how to do this. That's why you see most of these people, the little kids, are on YouTube, and you'll see them and they be doing shit on you. Like, damn, they already teaching this shit. They got class. So when I'm saying to the parents is that don't send your kids to college to get some kind of trait that's not going to really, you know what I'm saying? We coming into a whole new world that us as adults haven't even fucking seen. We've been seeing this shit in movies, but this shit finna be real, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So like this, they gonna have to learn how to build these things, repair them. That's a job. You know what I'm saying? Logistics, security. The coding, security, all that shit is going to be jobs opening up, ran by these little short techie niggas.
Facts.
And so I'm telling my people, get your kids into that shit. It's free now. But the UCLAs, the USCs will all be those coding centers. Trust me.
Right.
And you got to get in now. Please get in now. That's what Gangsta Now my nonprofit is at. So I'm trying to push that. So I'm saying all the people, even if you old nigga, just look at the coding class. If you our age, we should do it just to know like what this shit look like. This shit gonna be the new wave, bro. And these young niggas already on it. They was testing us out with MySpace. Mm-hmm. MySpace, you were coding. You were coding your own personal page. You got to write the code and shit, right?
Right.
And nigga, you wanted the Lil Jon shit, nigga.
Right.
Put the Lil Jon code in there. You know what I'm saying? Design your whole shit. They started that. Why you think Facebook came in? Stop that. Nah, nigga, just upload your pictures and put a caption. And shut the fuck up. We do everything else for you.
Right.
So that's what it is. So get on that shit. That's what I'm saying.
Do you call your shit a non-profit because it ain't making no money yet?
No, I'm calling it non-profit because it's non-profit. I'm not trying to make.
We ain't making no money. We a non-profit.
I'm not. No, you know what I mean.
Ain't nobody buying none of this shit right now. It's a non-profit.
But I'm just saying, it's definitely a non-profit because I'm not trying to gain nothing from it. But you know what I'm saying, like just be in the forefront of. And if I do get to where that's why I should be. It should be niggas like me should be getting funding for what I do. You know what I'm saying? From art people, I shouldn't be going to. That's why I got to go to. I got to go to the Orange County. I got to go out there and put on my white voice. You know what I'm saying, nigga?
Let me hear your white voice.
Oh no, I can't do it. I'm doing it right now. Shit, what you talking about? So, sir, look at the projections we have for 2 years from now. Wow. So what I do is that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like you said, I'm trying to talk to the black people. They don't want to hear that shit. Now it's evident. They kids are gonna start telling them, hey, look, this is what they doing. And just like our parents didn't know how to fucking log into Gmail,
It's gonna be shit. We gonna be like, how the fuck do y'all do this?
Speaking facts, that's why the whole purpose of this 5G shit right now. We got hit with so much 5G because the AI shit is what's coming.
And on top of that, like, that's what the whole point of Joe Biden said, 11 million new immigrants and all that stuff. Because America, since they don't want to teach coding in the schools, they import the coding and that shit from India and China. And that's what the whole visa program is about. It's about importing brains.
Think about how dumb immigration is if we have an unemployment rate.
Right.
You stupid motherfucker. You got people here y'all not taking care of and you're bringing in new motherfuckers? Why?
They don't want to pay the educator.
Right.
It's like America, like it's for black people, it's the school to prison pipeline. You know, by the second grade, whether or not you're going to prison, they got to keep the only physical labor class is going to be around after everything is automated is going to be in the prisons. Yeah. And so that's why they create all these new laws to throw us in prison and import people, because like we don't want to teach this stuff, because in India they're teaching algebra by the second grade. In China they're teaching algebra by the third grade. In the United States they're teaching algebra in the ninth grade.
Yeah,
I was
50th in
Nigeria's second grade. They teaching algebra. So you know, America's like, let's just open up the border to these countries that pay all the money, because all the money America used to spend on education went to prisons. Mm-hmm. So that's why we call it ducking and saying get ahead of the curve. And on top of that, like Google just came out and said they're not even looking for college degrees anymore. Mm-hmm. Microsoft came out and said the same thing too. Really? You just gotta be certified. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Cisco certified. What else? What are those certifications?
Shit. Just all the programs that's out there. They have their own certification for the most part.
Yeah. There's about six of them. But if you get one, you're in there. Right. If I'm saying you want to work on all six, that's like working on degrees.
Duncan to teach y'all, man. He ain't charging nothing. It's a non-profit. He don't want to make no money.
Non-profit. He tells you right there. No shit.
Ain't about the money.
Hey, y'all niggas don't know how the non-profit 501c3 is. Just, them niggas is getting paid. But I'm not. I'm just saying the way I'm not into it for that. I just can't. I'm not a billionaire, so I can't fund that shit myself.
Okay, we're going to go to a quick break. When we get back, more Kraig Facts.
Yeah, bitch. Yes, sir.
Great show, fella.
What up, my man? What's your name and where y'all from?
Oh, man, you know it's Jay Hub from Compton.
Okay. That's what's up. What's your name? Where you from?
Man, I'm from the IE, baby. That's how we roll.
Yeah. IE's a big-ass area. What part?
Yeah, I grew up in Ontario.
All right, cool.
That 909 life, baby.
Oh, that 909 life.
Yeah, man.
So what y'all about to get this game on? What's on the line? What's the stakes?
We can do 1,000 a game.
1,000 a game?
Oh, run 3 games. Run 3
You
games.
got that much space?
Whatever half-man / amazing player coach. What are you doing?
Hey, man. Only came out with the victory. Won the bet. That's the 3K. Look, if you got a squad, man, sign up. Hit that inbox, man. You can come play.
Last 2 games was overtime, too.
Oh, yeah, they both. Last 2 games was overtime. They cheated us a little bit. You can win another way, man.
Playing the refs, man. You ain't take my money next time, though. I guarantee that one, though.
Come in on Brown. Oh, okay.
You shooting like you had a cigarette in this thing.
He got it.
They done turned it up a notch for y'all.
He left his railroad job and came straight here.
Okay, if you ain't got no back teeth, you can't talk to the ref.
Yeah. Oh, don't reach. Don't reach.
Oh! Okay.
Oh, my God.
That's that veteran move.
He looked like he teach a class on how to saw the barrel off a shotgun.
Y'all don't want him with the rock. It's trouble when he got
been killing y'all.
It's trouble.
He been killing y'all.
You got a squad, hit me in the inbox. If I owe you something, get it from God, nigga.
Oh!
Are you a philosopher?
Kind of unintentionally, I guess, yeah.
Life is a bitch, man. All my knowledge base is on how to control the bitch's life. That's the only woman that is fucking with you and everybody else. And if you don't control her, she gonna run right over. Shut up, bitch! I said pancakes, bitch, okay? Turkey bacon is cool too, but I need pancakes as well, okay, bitch? That's all I'm saying. You see I'm over here doing an interview. I know you probably got a nigga, whatever, just pancakes and turkey bacon, bitch. And I mean, you gotta control life. Cause everybody's fucking with it, so what makes you different?
You been bitten by the snake. I can tell cause you're looking for mistakes. Like great don't come with second takes. In that search for perfection, the journey goes to waste. How you on but you ain't? Crystal ball says y'all ain't saints. Nigga, and y'all ain't crew. He the boss, he don't do that greyhound with you. The black bag belongs to you for a town or two. Make friends with a bum, sleep on the street, and that's the only nigga down with you. Cause you all you got. Preacher man can't do it, nigga, call your shot. He done brain fucked your girl and now she bringing them all you got. Brace that label of sinner, now your balls is chopped. But once you believe in you, then it's all to stop. Killers, cutthroats, and scoundrels, you keep a lot of niggas around. A circus over there and they waiting to clown. Cause you lost what they found. Killers, cutthroats, and scoundrels, you keep a lot of niggas around you. It's a circus over there, and they waiting to clown you, cause you lost what they found. I only know what I know. Sometimes I fall short when I'm slapping a hoe. Mother taught me hit back, father taught me get strapped. So when they come swinging, all you need is click clack. Them hungry niggas will extort you, they almost forced to. How you in Rome and ain't talk to Caesar? Them west side niggas gon' check your visa. Yeah, no stab, that's a crab. Can't run with a Charlie horse unlit lamp. Plus that bitch, she with them niggas all shit snap. She done turn your hotel into a Target trap. They might as well take your bread, but hopefully they leave your head. Another Louis bag and we left for dead. It's group economics, dog and sled. If we don't pull for each other, then there's trouble ahead. Killers, cutthroats, and scoundrels, you keep a lot of niggas around you. It's a circus over there and they waiting to clown you, cause you lost what they found. Cutthroats, killers, and scoundrels, you keep a lot of niggas around you. She looking for a layup. I could tell cause when she talks she don't say much. And she used to be an A cup. Got a new body from the waist up. From a set up bitch to a set up miss. She like a drug dealer cause she set up licks. And she halfway conscious. Whole teppin' in this halfway nonsense. How the fuck are you the real McCoy when I meet you with the truth but the vibe is soy? Cutthroats and scoundrels, you keep a lot of niggas around you. It's a circus over there and they waiting to clown you, cause you lost what they found.
Is a dirty dog.
A dirty dog?
Oh yeah,
yes.
That shit right there.
Ooh, yeah, your dog is dirty. Ew. You know what? I know who we can call.
Who?
Code Red Carpet Cleaning.
Who is that?
Oh, look, watch this. Code Red, Code Red, Code Red. See?
Wait a minute. I know you. I've cleaned your carpet before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi.
I know what that spot is from. That's either from a dog or from a man.
Oh, that's her man's. Nasty.
Yeah, it needs to be taken care of ASAP.
Don't worry though. I know how to clean carpet. I was born this way.
You were born this way?
I was born this way. Hey you guys, this is Chantel with Code Red Carpet Cleaning. If you need your furniture, tile, carpet, or anything clean, click the link in the bio or call 747-234-6224. Support black business.
Kraig Facts. Kraig Facts. Kraig Facts. Kraig Facts. Where you at, Kraig Facts?
Don't offend me with friendly fire. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. New attendees will then be biased. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. Don't offend me with friendly fire. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. New attendees will then be biased. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars.
Yeah, I'm just blowing off steam, bro. Trying to get money from my people. But the time I own fire, no equal. Fire up something, cause I'm so stressed. New cash money, nigga feeling so fresh. Big money, big progress. Big talking when we cash X. Boss speaking, niggas say less. Are you ready for the prime time? Stop playing, nigga, bang my line. I'ma get rich or die trying. Hey, the niggas know we been no. Blowing smoke out the window. Pass bucks to my kinfolk. Hang a nigga from a thin rope. But we trying to get it in though. Can't wait to the end though. In game like Nintendo. Hot shit, but I'm so cold. My God.
Don't offend me with friendly fire. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. New attendees will then be biased. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. Oh, you a gangster on the inside, but I don't like your energy. A parrot in his mimicry. Cut coke, sell crack, hard on black, but watch police kill Phil, and you ain't hard on that. We supposed to be brothers, but you forgot you was a Jew. Started acting like a nigga, look what this has come to. A new identity, hoes in male clothes with them brood hostilities. Look, I just want a shot to impair mares with red dots, cause acting to get you work like headshots. In my car with a bizarre Asian, white coupe, the car is Caucasian, on a star blazing.
What up, my man? What's your name and where y'all from?
Oh, man, you know it's Jay Hub from Compton, man.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. What's your name? Where you from?
And I'm Walt, man. I'm from the IE, baby. That's how we roll.
Yeah. IE's a big ass area. What part?
Yeah, I grew up in Ontario.
All right, cool.
That 909 life, baby.
Oh, that 909 life.
Yeah, man.
So what y'all about to get this game on? What's on the line? What's the stakes?
We can do 1,000 a game.
1,000 a game.
Oh, run 3 games. Run 3 games.
You got that much space?
Whatever, half man
/
amazing player coach. What are you doing?
Victory, won the bet. That's the 3K. Look, if you got a squad, man, sign up, hit that inbox, man. You can come play.
Last 2 games was overtime, too.
Oh, yeah, they both. Last 2 games was overtime. They cheated us a little bit. You can win another way, man.
I'm playing the refs, man. You ain't take my money next time, though. I guarantee that one, though.
Bill Gates is pushing all the technology. It's the same person that said we have a depopulation agenda.
Facts.
You know, you Google the most when you Google the most powerful doctor in the world or whatever.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Bill Gates.
He's not even a doctor.
Fucking doctor.
He ain't a doctor.
Why is he putting money in a vaccine?
You can Google that shit right now. The most powerful doctor or world's most famous doctor.
His wife is the leading, one of the leading people in vaccinations. Like she's like.
And I hate that narrative that they pushing that you unsafe around other people unless you take it. Man,
I'm not taking that shit.
I ain't taking that shit either. Fuck around and have another arm in 2 years, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Why I got 11 fingers,
I'm
nigga?
not taking. I don't
That
trust
doesn't
it.
even make sense though, because the vaccine is made to protect you, right? So if I don't take it, you're immune from me. It doesn't matter if I take it or not, nigga. I'm gonna get sick.
Based
You're
on
not.
your logic, right?
You're the smart one. I'm the dumb one. So what the fuck is you mad about me not taking the vaccine for? That's how you know it's an agenda.
Facts.
Definitely.
I got
Now we'll talk about something, man. Deion Sanders. Legend. He's a pioneer on the football field. Greatest quarterback to ever play football.
I agree.
But also, from a business perspective, he's the first player in the NFL that really knew how to market himself.
Facts.
If you think about it, before primetime, NFL players weren't really on that Muhammad Ali type, you know what I'm saying, where they knew how to market themselves and make money. And he made more money from marketing himself than he made from his career as an NFL player. I don't know if y'all know that, right? So his total contracts accumulated as a football player is $33.5 million.
Baseball and football?
That's just football.
Okay, football.
Baseball, $13.2 million. So a collective $47 million total contracts as a football player, 9 seasons. That's what he made. For the greatest quarterback of all time, there really ain't no money, right?
Yeah, right.
But how much do you think he made off of endorsements?
200, 300?
150 mil.
Yeah, about 150, 200 mil.
I had a pair of Dion's, baby.
I had the football game, the shoes.
Right.
That motherfucker cost.
I don't know if this is...
His own activator back in the day. If Deion had his own activator,
I definitely wanted to grow my hair. I wanted to grow my hair out. Definitely wanted to grow my hair out because of Deion, but I possibly didn't have.
I don't know how accurate this is, but I think 150 million total in endorsements outside of football.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
That's 5 times what
And he do be on a lot of commercials.
Nike, Pizza Hut, GMC, Van Heusen, American Express. The list goes on.
Wait, OJ was dancing too, though.
Yeah, OJ was making real money off endorsements for the bullshit happened. So, but think about this whole narrative about humility, because I think the NFL wants players not to speak out and not to be like Prime, because they want that money that advertisers are paying the players. They want that for the NFL.
Right. Absolutely.
So they want players to be in pocket, because what players don't know is they're competing with you for that same bread.
Right.
Shit. I didn't see it that way.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my thing is humility overrated in sports?
Yes.
Because if Deion would have been super humble, he would have lost out on 150 mil.
You got to have a balance. I think you got to have a balance between humility and authority if you're going to win at anything. If you're too authoritative, you're too boss, then you don't have the level of humility to be open to the deals. If you're too humble, you're too soft, you're not going to go at it. So I feel like, to me, Deion really has that. When you listen to some of his speeches and the way he communicates, to me, he's got a great balance between humility and authority.
See, for me, they only tell black men to be humble. Humble literally means to lower yourself and have all that. I think we spend too much time on a humility tip as a people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They only spend because as low as we've been, we don't need to be humble for shit. We need to be like nigga extra with our shit. You know what I mean? But they do that to, like what you said, to control, because the NFL wants to market itself as a whole product versus allowing somebody to sprout out and get that side money on his own. You know what I mean? Like NFL commercials, they'll have 4 or 5 NFL players in one commercial.
Right.
You know what I mean? They want to control the flow of money.
Right.
Like notice this with our whole humble bullshit. Remember when Kawhi Leonard played with the Spurs? Before he sat out, when they fucked his knee up, they used to always say, Kawhi Leonard is so humble. Every time the nigga made a layup, he's so humble. The minute he stood up for himself and said, I'm not going to play because y'all doctors is fucking with me, the nigga still don't talk no shit. He's still the same dude, but you ain't heard the word humble come out in about 4 or 5 years.
Shit.
Like, that's they little bullshit.
This is what I think. I know we got people in the chat room. It's very successful people here in the room. People that have accomplished things and they on the way. Athletes, entertainers, whatever. This is one of the best suggestions I can give y'all, man. You get on, you hire yourself a publicist first. And the publicist is going to get out and push the narrative that you tell them. They're going to get out and go after the bag that you want. Yeah. But if you allow the NFL or NBA, like Kraig was saying, or Hollywood to push the narrative they want for you, they're going to keep you in a bag to make you depend on them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You hire a publicist and you tell them, these are the bullet points that I want pushed as far as my agenda is concerned. But, you know, it's very well that when Primetime got on, he knew he was Primetime.
Right.
And it was all stuff put in front of our face like this nigga's Primetime. We believe the narrative. That's because it's the one he pushed. He didn't let the NFL push his narrative because they would have kept him in a $30 million pocket.
Right.
Publicist.
He started that shit. He started shit before he got to the league.
In college.
Yeah, because he knew, he was like, well, I need to make sure that they're gonna come in there. Like, I need to build this persona. Like, I'm already the man, so you better pay me. Don't play with me. Like, so they had to pay him.
He's a marketing genius,
He
bro.
knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
Well, you know, the whole thing about being humble and bowing down that's a gladiator thing. They used to do that in the gladiator days when a gladiator it was for the king, you know what I'm saying, the ruler, to feel like to show everybody like, look, this powerful man just killed all this shit, he's killed all these beasts, 6-7 motherfuckers he done killed, but look who he bowing down to. So that's why you see when that movie Gladiator, when he's like, are you not entertained? He talking to the king, that was very defiant. He was supposed to kneel to the king, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You the shit, though. I killed these niggas. So I think they took that same mentality as comes when you come with these owners in the NBA, NFL people. They got the same type of mentality. Bow down, nigga. It's always shut up and play. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when we talk about niggas want to get, we talk about LeBron. What LeBron did was, he's supposed to be looking like a fucking pioneer. Right. He took the trade shit away from the owners. Like, nah, nigga, I'm going to go where I want to go. Fuck you telling me where you finish. I'm not no cattle, nigga. Right. I'm gonna tell you where I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna tell other niggas where they finna go. Like, nah, nigga, come play with me. Let's win this ring. They hated that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So they don't like that whole shit. So everything is about showing that, look, these niggas we got the greatest athletes in the world, but I pay these niggas.
And it be feeling like that. It be feeling like the league kind of controls the narrative because it almost feels like they pick who gets to have like post careers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they pick the safest niggas. Not no disrespect to nobody, but it's like they just pick niggas that they feel you can represent this shit. I feel like they control a lot of that shit. Like I feel like they would put athletes in 360 deals if they could.
And we got to give a salute to Bo Jackson because he really was. You know
what the fuck is sleuth?
I was like, what is this that we're gonna pay him?
You said we got to give salute to Bro Jackson.
That's that new shit. That's salute. That's a new word. You just made some shit up. You didn't even know. That's some new shit. That's sleuth. We gotta get sleuth to it, nigga.
Kraig knows it like a ride on the Flintstones. But like, Dion is the ultimate legend because this motherfucker caught a helicopter between the football game and the baseball game. And that's when the baseball team was like, get this nigga out of here.
With a Jerry curl.
Yeah, they traded him after that.
They won a championship, right?
No, they didn't win a championship that year, but the Braves, they traded his motherfucking ass after that. Like, you came here on a helicopter?
Too much swag, my
Get the fuck out of here. We can't let you play in the same city.
Yeah, he don't wear swagging out. He was swagged out.
If humility costs you money, it's a bad business move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
Tim Duncan fucked himself out of hundreds of millions of dollars.
He got that butterfly tat on his neck.
And that tongue ring.
Who else was an overly humble athlete?
David Robinson.
David Robinson fucked himself.
LaDainian
Thomason.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders really fucked himself off.
Yes.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He was on Oklahoma.
Yeah, he was
tender.
Trying to be cool.
Disrespecting this man.
Damn. Kevin Durant, I don't believe you. He's one of the most tender people in the league.
Yes.
He was tender his entire time with Oklahoma. That's why I don't believe you tough now. You beefing with Michael Rappaport online because you soft.
He went in on Michael Rappaport.
He's soft. He do that. People who beef online are tender. But yeah, I think it cost old Tim Duncan for sure. I think it cost Durant. Who else is overly humble and it cost
Shit, DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan super humble.
Scottie Pippen. I agree with you, East.
Scottie Pippen, yeah.
Scottie the Pippen is a pansy.
Wait,
Scottie Pippen do
pansy. Didn't they say on the documentary he was getting paid like the 6th highest on the team, but he was the 2nd leading scorer?
I'm not even tripping on that, nigga. When you didn't get up in Game 6 because you was mad the coach drew up to play for cool coach.
Oh yeah, bro. You was tender for that.
I'm like, oh, you can't.
You was tender, man.
You can't. You're not a dog, nigga. You a blessed athlete. You're a better athlete than me, but no, you ain't no dog. I wouldn't put the ball in his hands with down by 1. You know.
But
I think that's why Future was hitting his babe and telling him about it because he tender.
Rapping about this shit.
He was hitting his babe and telling him about it. Like I hit your wife.
You ain't gonna do shit.
You ain't gonna do nothing about it.
My question is this: how do you know when it's right to be humble How do you know the difference? How do you know when it's right to be humble? How do you know when humility is handicapping you?
Damn.
When you see everybody passing you, and you know that you're better than motherfuckers.
Facts.
But niggas is getting further than you. You just like it has to be that.
When it's affecting your bag, like you said. Yeah. When it gets to the point to where you getting passed up, and you know you could be making more money than you making than what you're doing, but you over here being humble, not being nice, not calling, you know what I mean, just kind of sitting in the back doing that bullshit. You see, it don't get you no goddamn way.
Absolutely.
I could have let that shit go.
Hey, wait. This motherfucker just made blood soup.
Blood soup. Hey, fuck you, Algebra. Blood soup. So you finna drink that? It's a trash can, man. It's a mini trash can. Don't drink that.
Which one of y'all niggas got a spoon?
That's funny,
fuck you, Algebra.
But it's also a line too, because like when you black and too cocky, it'll cost you on that side of the game too.
Facts.
Like they hated Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman never really got his work because they were like, he's too uncontrollable. He's too into himself. Rasheed Wallace.
Terrell Owens.
That shit actually cost these motherfuckers. Floyd Mayweather, they put his ass in jail and humble him.
For real.
So.
Dopest thing about Dennis Rodman is his beginnings were so humble that he was always in the moment because I felt like I shouldn't be here.
Yeah. He said this ain't gonna last.
These motherfuckers because a lot of motherfuckers don't know he didn't play high school ball.
No.
Dennis Rodman didn't start playing basketball until college. That's because he was working on a farm and at a grocery store, and from the age of 20 to 21, he grew 8 inches. That's why he played like that. He don't have no real skill set.
He moved cattle.
Yeah.
That's why he's so goddamn strong.
I have a theory about that too.
5'11" to 6'8", nigga, in 10 months.
I have a theory about that. I feel like when you have that chip on your shoulder, and if that's the thing that's motivating you, I feel like if that's the thing pushing you to greatness, once you get to greatness, you don't know when to put that shit down.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, like, oh, I'm here, I deserve to be like, no, you still think it's this. You know what I'm saying? You still got doing too much because it was always there.
And you know why? Because
let's not act like he wasn't like he was short a few cards in the deck though.
There's Rodman brilliant. He's brilliant.
No, you can be brilliant and still be off mentally.
Them niggas in Detroit turned him out.
He was socially awkward. Let's not act like
but
he wasn't.
They did.
Like, no.
He
was like that from the jump.
His
when he got that defensive player of the year.
Yeah, but his
He cried because he was
emotional.
No. That whole shit.
The nigga, when he hit Detroit, he got turned out.
His cognitive reasoning wasn't off. His intelligence wasn't off.
Not that.
But he definitely was socially awkward.
Yeah.
But he had some shit happen to him in Detroit too. When he played for the Pistons, you know what I'm saying? And that nigga was away doing some shit. That nigga, it was Isaiah. And it was like 2 other niggas. They ran a train on his babe while he was gone.
Really?
Facts. And that's when the nigga went crazy when he was in Detroit. That nigga, they ran a train on his babe. He found out, and the nigga was off after that. Think about it. It was Isaiah, Sally. It was like 3 of them niggas was hitting her while he was gone, and he found out. And then look at his career after the Pistons. That nigga didn't have curly, crazy hair and all that shit when he was in the Pistons.
That might be some Detroit shit.
But Isaiah Thomas kissing a nigga at half court, I don't think he was hitting nobody's bitch.
That nigga might have been on both teams. That nigga Zeke was on some weird shit.
But he and Magic both got sons. They both their sons is that Woompty.
If Dennis Rodman played for, if Dennis Rodman was playing now, if Dennis Rodman was playing now, if Dennis Rodman was playing now, he'd be the only player that played in the NBA and the WNBA. He'd be on the Sparks and the Lakers.
You say his jersey is on both sides of Foot Locker.
But think about it.
It's a perverse.
But you hit on something though about them not coming down. Mm-hmm. Because it's human. Whatever drove you there is what you stay there. They only want the black players to be humble.
Right.
I mean, it's not human to be that fucking great at something and then be like, yes sir, I'm that. That's some weird shit. It's actually weird to be that great at something and then be subservient.
Right. Yeah.
So if you really you gotta push it out. But
you normally gotta sacrifice something. Normally it's a hairline. All ill basketball players' hairline is trash.
Michael Jordan had
Kobe
bullshit.
had that after that. Barkley,
LeBron,
Kobe.
LeBron
is the most stubborn nigga in the NBA.
He ain't gonna let it go though.
He's refusing.
Nope, it's
Clyde
Kareem
Drexler.
was making winning championships like this. Drexler.
Drexler had his shit.
The Illuminati make you give your hairline up.
Carmelo.
The Illuminati make you give your hairline up?
So ain't no niggas with hairline in the Hall of Fame?
No.
What about Dominique Wilkins?
Well, he was good, but he's the exception.
He ain't got no championship, see?
He don't.
I don't, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
No hairline with a championship?
Rich Man's hairline was at this when he won with the Lakers.
I don't think. I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't think some of these athletes don't know how to not be humble. What I think is, I think a lot of these people don't know how to correctly read a room. They don't know whether to lead with being liked or lead with being respected. If you know how to read a room and who people you interacting with, you could tell, okay, I need to lead with a like in this room. But if you don't know how to read the room, you might be leading with a like when you're supposed to be leading with respect. If you're around a bunch of wolves, you got to lead with respect. You can't lead with like. You got to make niggas respect you, and that take tough decisions. I think a lot of people, like you said, now would make sense if they have been ostracized from society for a period of time. They can't read a room, so they got around a bunch of yes men. I think in order to be effective in anything that you called to do, it's more about if you lead with how you lead the room with a like or respect, as opposed to. I think the humility will come or the authority will come based on how you walk into the room.
Also, too, the people that's around them, though, like they got to be more solid. Because it's like if you just the part like the yes man, they play a role in that bullshit too. Like if you around a bunch of people who's gonna say yes everything you say, then
it's gonna wear on you, bro.
Yeah.
If you yes man, and we all have done it, it's gonna blow up at some point at a catastrophic level. I've been there.
I have too.
And if you're around a motherfucker, you gotta say yes to everything. Is dangerous for you because because they know you ain't supposed to be saying yes to shit, but they have a sociopathic tendency. They have no empathy for the fact that they have more power than you, and they know that you're allowing their power to dictate you not being yourself.
Facts.
And they take. What's up?
Let's tell the truth. You're 100% right, but let's just get down to the motherfucking nitty gritty like the old folks said.
Oh shit.
You got an insecure motherfucker and you feeding their insecurity.
Right.
These motherfuckers, they don't validate themselves. All their validation is in what they do. So they need you to pour into them what they're unwilling and don't have the balls to pour into themselves.
Right.
So you become that shit. And let's call these motherfuckers what they are. Some motherfuckers need to find out who the fuck they are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And to go along with the yes man, because it's a very volatile relationship, like for real.
That's how motherfuckers end up getting
very
killed.
volatile.
Facts.
Look. As men, sometimes we may put on a persona mask when we trying to get some pussy.
No, that's real.
But we hunting at that point.
All the time.
Yeah.
Niggas' behavior is different when it's a bitch around.
Oh, that's a fact.
But as a man, if you're doing it in situations that are directly connected to your livelihood, eventually you won't be able to keep it up. And it's best to be what you are and be accepted for that than be something that's not you, because it's a dangerous thing for you to be in. Just imagine having a job and you got to pay your bills and you've reached that final day where you're like, I can't do this shit no more. I'm smiling, telling these motherfuckers these is good ideas. Just do it. And now if I don't go to this motherfucker, I'm gonna be homeless basically. That stress will make a motherfucker drive a nigga crazy.
That's why I can work right now.
But how do you even, like, when you're in, because I've been in those situations before, how do you be, like, if you're in those situations and you see a motherfucker and you see him start getting different, when, like, on blowing up their heads, how do you tell a motherfucker, like, hey, bro, you need to chill, because, like, how do you check the nigga that's the breadwinner of everything, like, you know what I'm saying?
You pull that nigga to the side and have a one-on-one with him just like anybody else. Niggas with egos don't want to be checked in front of a crowd.
That's what it is.
That's true.
You pull that nigga to the side and you make a sandwich. You have the first one be like a complimentary thing, man, good job on such and such. And in the middle's the meat, but don't do that whole shit again. But here go another compliment. Great job out there, though.
All strategy. Because what's going to happen is just look at the whole nigga, whoever he may be. And look at who they surround themselves with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real.
That's all you got. For a man, the only way to judge a man is look who he's around consistently.
Yeah.
On the outside looking in. Unless a nigga's like a counselor working with drug addicts and everybody around him ain't shit.
That nigga run all the base heads.
No, but I'm helping these motherfuckers. But his everyday friends, people he sees on a regular basis, that's how you judge a man from the outside. You know, but yeah, if you're around somebody that has these type of tendencies, it's not gonna get better. They're gonna take everything they can from you. And because they only are environments where they control environments where they control perception, it's never going to end good for you. Everybody's going to look at you differently if you stop fucking with them, because that's just what narcissistic people, specifically damn near psychopathic people, do. They suck the souls out of everybody around them.
Yes, that's a fact.
Straight psycho. I don't give a fuck how much church they go to.
That's real.
Joe Osteen got to be a psychopath.
And niggas gonna talk shit. Joe Osteen is fucking brilliant at what he's done. He's so good at the shit. When he didn't let the people win, he made everybody feel bad for him. He like, well, shit, the nigga ain't got that much space. He got a whole fucking 3 acres, nigga. He can put. Never mind.
Yeah. I feel you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like but that type of dedication to that's what makes you a psychopath. You know what I'm saying? To that mind state, nigga. You got to be dedicated to that, bro. Like, look.
Maybe sociopath, not psychopath.
Yeah, let's say it. Because
psychopaths are born.
Yeah.
You know, sociopaths are conditioned because of environmental conditions, you know. But yeah, you got to be a lion, and sometimes that means you just got to, the comfort, you got to just say fuck it and get up out of there and be uncomfortable until you build yourself up.
You ever had to pull somebody to the side that was of whatever social or entertainment status a little high? You ever had to pull one of them to the side and get them some real?
Yeah. There's a couple niggas.
You ain't got to say no names, but I'm just saying that it was a way you had to do it, though, right?
It's the way you do it,
Because look, with sociopaths, they have to they need to control perception because they don't have any empathy based on what they went through for what you're going through. They need other people to see that what they're doing is right. You feel what I'm saying? And so, because they don't want to be embarrassed, they are always going to do things to set up shit before they make a move, which is why you have to prepare differently when you're dealing with a powerful sociopath, because a lot of times they're a few moves ahead of you because you're engulfed in the movement and they're looking at the movement from the outside. You feel what I'm saying? So their perception of what's going on is different. So now you turn to talk to Stevie, but a real sociopath with power has already seen that. He's either going to turn to talk to Stevie or Paula. But I'm the one that hired Stevie and Paula, so by the time I'm gonna start working on them, so by the time he says something, they're gonna think this nigga crazy.
Yeah, facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta remove.
Oh my God!
But that's this industry.
This industry is full.
That's this industry, and that's why you gotta remove yourself completely in order to play the game right. You can't play the game right from within a planet that a sociopath has created. You can't play it right, bro, because it's their rules. You ain't never gonna look like you in the right.
Right.
We talked about this about like not being real friends with somebody if you can't be real with them.
Right.
You know, if you got to sit there and tiptoe around this nigga's feelings every time you think he's wrong or she is wrong, come on. That's just like you said. That's just it's gonna be a resentment, and it's gonna be a situation where now, like, it could be a fight. It could be some real shit that could pop off just because you held in these feelings for so long, and all of a sudden now, some real shit gonna pop off because of however long it's been building up or whatever. I've seen this shit happen.
Me too.
You should have said something to that nigga a long time ago.
Straight up.
You let this nigga talk to you crazy in front of everybody. I mean, yeah, y'all grew up together, and yeah, he got money, but it's like, bro, you talk to your cousin, man. He can't keep doing you like this, and then. One day they fighting. Like, what the fuck is you fighting? No, he was talking to me crazy. He always talked to you crazy. Nigga. I've been told you to say something to that nigga.
Yeah. You know, a real sociopath, when threats arise, the threat don't even know they a threat. So they're gonna start
they in it.
They're gonna start sniping everything that's a threat. They're gonna start sniping it. I don't know if you can trust him because blah blah blah. Wow. Why is he always doing this? Why every time we get here he's always doing this?
Look at him.
He's late. He's always late. We don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's cool. I mean, but why? But why? They're creating doubt.
Right.
They create doubt about you.
It's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying? Right. And you got to realize when you're a threat. How do you know when you're a threat in a situation? Because a lot of people aren't even aware that they are a threat.
I think when you start getting attacks. Right. Like when motherfuckers start coming at you, and when you start getting attacked from just motherfuckers, you like, nigga, you like, it's like, how did I become, nigga, I'm me. You know, like, this nigga just treat me like a threat. So I've seen that shit, especially in this industry, and it's just so goofy, and it takes a real level of mind control to not fucking go crazy behind that shit, because it's not, you're not playing by regular rules. Because if we're playing by regular rules, we go in the backyard and we'd have to go, you know, but this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. So it's so fun. It'll make you really think that you the crazy one going crazy, but motherfuckers have set shit up already.
It's shit that happened to me to where that shit done took my whole spirit just from being a creator. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit just made me want to just like, man, you know what? This shit ain't even worth it, bro.
Come on, man.
Because it's like, I felt like every time I was dope at something, it was a nigga sitting like, how you think you dope? And nigga, I'm in trying to be this dope, and you just effortlessly. It doesn't take effort for me. It's just, once I understand something, I understand it. You might think a different way, and I might be envious, like, damn, that nigga Kraig can just remember that shit like that? Like, nah, I can't do that. But if he's sitting there like, nah, this nigga, you know what I'm saying? He can't ever do what I do. And you don't know, it's always gonna be some kind of resentment, because I'm the creator that's gonna make the hottest shit. It's never gonna be whack. I'm sorry.
Right.
You want me to fall, do some trash shit, I'm never gonna fall off. Sorry. It's just not in me. I'm not made like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm made to, nigga, you win at this by any means. So when niggas see that and they see me, they're like, oh, this nigga is cocky, I'm this, I'm that. But it's not that, bro. And I done been around niggas to where I been trying to show I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, look, here, take this. I can create this. I can, nigga, this is what I do. Becoming, then not knowing I'm a target though. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm getting, nigga, pop that, nigga. I'm not knowing these are shots. I'm thinking like, oh,
you're not even looking for
maybe
that.
they shooting at somebody for me, and I'm not understanding that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, nigga, you getting shot at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you not the nigga, like you not they in their eyes, you're a threat for sure, nigga.
Right.
Nigga, they gonna let you know that, bro.
When you realize somebody perceives you as a threat, you have to secretly add an element to whatever it is you do, and don't tell nobody about it. If you add that element to whatever the game is, it gives you an edge because they're expecting a certain thing from you. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Adding that element, in math they talk about probabilities. Just adding one number adds a million possibilities. So now it's a guessing game because they don't know, they have an idea, but they don't quite know what it is Kraig is up to. They think they know. You know what I'm saying? But when you're aware that you're a threat to a motherfucker, that's an advantage for you because their ego is going to tell him that there's no way that he knows that I view him that way. Because I'm never going to say anything that you could use to pin me down concretely. It's always going to sound like he's tripping. Because I'm not going to say I'm jealous of you or I don't want you to win or I only want you to win enough to where I can consume your powers and then be over you. Right. They're never going to say that directly. It's always going to seem like you the one tripping.
Facts.
You was going to say something?
Nah, I was saying,
Hey,
y'all
bars tonight. That's real shit. Come on, man.
I love it.
Because the way I see it is like you got the way I do it is you got to play your own game. You just got to play your game. And when people are a threat or whatever, you can feel it, you know. You may talk yourself out. Just don't talk yourself out of what you feel.
Right.
And work on your game. And keep your game tight, like what you were saying. Add some new elements to your game. Like basketball, you know, you dope or whatever. But last playoffs, you got shut down because they knew every time you went right, you pulled up. Right. So that means this offseason, you got to work on going right and getting to the cup. Work on your floater. You know what elements to your game to add. And how do you know when to add elements to your game? When you get fucked over, don't cry about it, bitch about it, moan about it. Find out what your weakness was that led to you getting fucked over, and refine that, and then go back to playing your game. Because you can bog yourself down worried about everybody else. That shit, that's a game within itself.
Oh yeah,
and it takes a lot of energy and it's not constructive.
That's what I was gonna say. If you're going 100 miles an hour towards your goal, you don't even see what anybody else is doing.
Oh yeah,
facts.
You think these other people that's really creating at a high level, they looking at other people's Instagrams and seeing what they doing and shit, man? They
Some
not
of them
looking
are.
at your shit. Some of them are. Some of them are. It's some haters out there, but you
thieving like
and they be. Oh yeah, I've had shit stole. Y'all know my story. I've had shit stole from me several times. But if you think about it, if you're going 100 miles an hour towards your gift, and you say it all the time, just keep creating.
Right.
Because if you keep creating and you going 100 miles an hour, I can't see you. I can't see you. Because I'm thinking about the next thing I'm doing. And the next thing I'm doing. You so busy. But what I will not do for somebody that I feel that they look at me and they feel threatened, I won't collaborate with you. I don't even want to be close to you for you to steal nothing. You stealing shit from a distance. I ain't gonna let you steal shit close.
I just block some niggas on Instagram.
You stealing shit
Come
from
on.
a distance.
Long range thievery.
That's
Straight
some real
thievery from some high level people. But another thing y'all really preach here too is creating the ground roots and getting the streets behind you.
Facts.
You know, because if you go into a meeting, which I have, and you go to pitch a show to a network, and they tell you they like it, and they want you to send over the NDAs and all of the packs, and then they take it anyhow, then you realize, like, okay, well, if I walked in here with 2 million subscribers and this, and the third, then I got the streets behind me. You know what I'm saying? So take some time to get the streets behind you while you pursuing your gift as well, which takes work.
It take work. It ain't easy, man. You're going to be around a lot of these sociopathic types. That don't mean they can't be good people, that you can't be some semblance of friends. But just understand when you give up a bit of the power dynamic to gain information, that has a time on it. It's a time constraint on that. Don't be overly humble. Don't Tim Duncan yourself and fuck yourself out of hundreds of millions. Because this other person who's a little bit more driven or may have a little bit more knowledge at that particular point is the engine for what you want to do. Ride with them for a little bit, build the bond, and don't stay long enough to develop a beef. Stay long enough to get whatever it is you want. Get out, be humble, remain close friends with the person, but at some point you got to get out the car and start driving your own. And that's just the way the shit works. You know what I'm saying? Man, so we're going to wrap up the show. Tell them where they can find you, man.
Oh, yeah, hotepbitch.com. Incidents and Ashtrays on Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, on Spotify. The book is coming out. My webinar is May 2nd on the book. The book will be debuting with the webinar. Then I'll have it for sale after that shit. And, yeah, go to my link tree on my Instagram, Dewan B. That's where the world, all my shit's on my link tree. Just go to that shit.
Out of them up, man. I ain't smoking that.
Che, Ibu Queno.
Hey! Hey, Nose is in the building.
1 second.
Pause every motherfucking thing. Nah. Instagram, man, Mr. Duncan Penny Hughes. Sapiosexual, y'all fucking with that. I love that shit, man. The album is, I'm saying, popping right now. NerdGangClothing.com. Y'all get everything I got on, give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'll sell it to you right now, nigga. Y'all cash out me. I'll sell you this jacket, nigga.
That boy fire too, nigga.
Nah, but shit, what else? Sounds.com, get my drum packs. Shit, nigga. Yeah, that's it, nigga.
All right, man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Ben Frank, that's been my homie since the 2nd grade.
Oh, for sure.
Drew Mills, Poppin', CT Reed, all y'all, man. Y'all been dropping that cheese today, man. Check me out on IG, I am Charlie Newhart. And subscribe to my YouTube, man. I'm putting out some funny stuff every week. Charlie Newhart on YouTube, man.
Charlie got some funny shit. Good Charlie shit. That shit funny.
Holla at me, man.
Chet, Ibo Kwendu.
Hey!
Ass niggas. Hey, y'all know what it is. Regular_DOZ, man. I love everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What up, man? It's your boy Doughboy. Please follow my YouTube. I am Doughboy. IAMDOBOY TV. IAMDOBOY TV. And I am Doughboy at everything else. Yes, thanks for having me, Kraig. This was fun.
Oh, it's all good, man. Hey, yo. Appreciate y'all watching. Check out the website. If you got a hoop team here in LA and you think y'all nice,
man,
fill out the contact information on TheeKraigSmith.com. Get into the next Kraig Facts tournament, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Cook y'all niggas too. We'll cook y'all.
It's the new wave. Y'all better get on it.
Get y'all a dope highlight mix and a full camera crew and everything at your games, man. If I owe you something, I'm not going to be able to give it to you, but if you want it, you can get it from God, nigga.
Yeah.
God.
Hey, good looking out, CT.
Oh, somebody donating here? Much love.
It's a good time in here, man. Hell yeah. Got a good thing going.
That nigga DeMar always.